From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's another video of a dog saying hello.
Excuse
These
me?
are my favorite. These are my favorite.
Hold on, what happened?
So there's a dog. You know how people always film? Because I am convinced, like when I'm sleeping, one of my cats says hello, right? From the top of the stairs when it wants something. But it's not like a hello. It's like, hello. Hello. Like that, right? And it never makes a sound any other time other than when I'm sleeping and it's early morning and I forgot to fill the food before I went to bed.
Or talking to the spirits, the ghosts
They're not.
in the house,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Ghost spirit standing in the corner.
Yeah.
Cat's all like,
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me going with that.
why?
Well, because Catherine's convinced that there's a ghost in the corner.
Yeah?
Because the cats just go down there and just stare at the corner, and she's like, "Why else would they stare at the corner?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
So the ghost never moves; it's just always in the corner.
And I'm like, "I don't know, a bug, right?
Yeah.
Like something, anything. Why would a cat stare at the corner? Could be for a million different reasons, right?
Or that's
Doesn't
like the ghost's
necessarily
favorite
have
hangout
to be
spot.
a ghost."
That's the spirit's hangout spot.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah, no, it could be. Anyway, play this for me. This is another dog that says hello.
Morning.
Oh, come on. No. No, that dog just sounds like it's howling.
No, that's clearly hello.
That's not a hello.
Hold on now.
That's not a hello.
There's an L in there.
That's what it
There's
sounds
an
like.
L in there.
It's a definitive hello.
No. It just sounds like a dog howling. It's going.
See, there's an L. There's an L.
No.
You don't
Now-
hear the L in there?
Mm-mm. No.
I don't know. I think I hear it.
I even heard an H.
What? No, man, hold on.
Yeah, at the beginning.
Yeah.
You guys remember?
Yeah. Hello. It sort of sounds like Seinfeld, right?
Yeah, thank you. Here, remember this one? The dog that said, "I love you."
Mishka, I love you. Mishka, I love you.
I love you.
Wow.
Good girl.
Like, come on,
okay.
that sounds more
Yeah.
like it's speaking than the hello dog, right?
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. There's definitely, in the I love you dog, there's definitely 3 distinct syllables, right?
Yeah.
Like, definitely 3.
Compared to.
I don't know, man. Okay, put it this way. If you walked into the house, okay?
Yeah.
And you open the door, you take your boots off, you close the door, and all you heard was this. Would you say hello back? Because I
like,
would.
no.
Oh.
Which ghost are you talking to in this place?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We love a talking cat on this show.
Sure do.
And we have such a collection of people who have taped their cat saying words, right? And because we love a talking cat on this show, I get sent talking cat videos all the time.
Amazing.
All the time. So what do you have over there? Let's just go through the archive real quick. No. And I believe in this video, they were trying to give the cat a bath. So saying no is like legit, right?
Mm-hmm. And then there's this cat that says, "I love you."
Panda, say I love you.
Right?
I love that one. Oh, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
The cat that says, "Oh, Long Johnson."
Whatever the hell that means. Okay. Okay. Now, so somebody sent me this one. First, I need you to write this down, Mocha, just so you can keep track, okay? Because this may be the greatest talking cat video I have ever seen.
Oh.
It's not a hello. It's not an I love you. It's a full sentence.
Okay.
So I need you to write this down so you can follow along when I play it for you.
Okay, go.
The sentence is, I am Fat Billie.
I am Fat Billie. I love this cat already, yeah.
The Peter Pan Billie.
The Peter Pan Billie.
And I'm going to pop wheelies.
And, sick. And I'm gonna pop wheelies?
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to play this for you now, this talking cat.
Let me just get this right. I am Fat Billie, the Peter Pan Bill, and I'm going to pop wheelies.
The Peter Pan Billie.
Oh, the Peter Pan Billie, and I'm going to pop wheelies.
Yes.
Okay.
I am Fat Billie, the Peter Pan Billie, and I'm going to pop wheelies.
Wow.
Okay. Now follow along, all right?
There you go. Yo, play that again? Okay. Yo. Doesn't he kind of sound? Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if anyone else thinks it.
Okay.
Doesn't he sound like when people mock or do their impression of Bill Cosby talking about Jell-O pudding pops?
Also English accent. Listen to again and now think English accent. Think Hogwarts, okay?
Yeah.
All I hear is Bill Cosby.
All I hear is Bill.
When he says, and I'm gonna pop wheelies, he's like, and I'm gonna pop wheelies.
So again, the sentence that this cat is saying is, I am Fat Billie, the Peter Pan Billie, and I'm gonna pop wheelies.
I love it.
Ready? I am Fat Billie, the Peter Pan Billie, and I'm gonna pop wheelies.
Yeah. I am Fat Billie, the Peter Pan Billie, and I'm gonna pop wheelies.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
All right, hey, it's time for Name That Quarantune.
Oh man, I am so excited for today's game. Roz and Mocha original game, by the way. It's your first time hearing Name That Quarantune on the show.
Name That Quarantune is, can you name a legendary song and artist by only hearing the very first line of that song? And as we discovered, it's actually quite difficult to do. And in honor of Home Alone, the movie that changed the way we spend Christmas, we now build time around it. It has become a tradition for everyone. Home Alone was released in 1990. And gentlemen, this is where we find ourselves today for Name That Quarantune. Because Home Alone was not the only legendary thing to come out of 1990. There was a lot of really, really big songs as well. So everything on today's list of Name That Quarantune, all these songs were released in 1990. As always, it is Mocha versus Damn It Maury. Mocha, for the people at home, can we hear your buzzer, please? Damn It Maury, yours. Mocha? Maury. Shem, you will be the official judge and scorekeeper. So if there is a dispute as to who buzzed in first, you will be the one who determines who it is.
All right.
Okay. So here we go, gentlemen. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Give me number 6, please, Mocha. Mocha.
That is Pump Up the Jam by Technotronic.
Wow, yes.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Classic.
You didn't even slip up on Technotronic, huh?
That's a classic.
Jeez.
I know that one.
All right. Give me number 13, please. Mocha.
That is Digital Underground, The Humpty Dance.
Wow. Wow.
Holy cow.
Right?
You didn't even wait for the lyric.
Do the Humpty Hump.
Hey.
Do the Humpty Hump.
Hey.
Yes.
Yes. Give me number 4, please, Mocha. Anytime you're ready to play more.
Yeah, stand by.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. Number 4. Mocha.
That is Madonna Vogue.
Yes.
Wow. Thought Maury had that one, man.
No, but
Wow.
it's not my fault that my buzzer is like.
Wow.
So you're not fast enough, bro.
Wow. Mocha,
And
number...
Maury, hold on. Maury, you're like the biggest Madonna
I
fan.
know.
Or you
I
claim
did
to be,
buzz
at least.
in.
I know. Shem, score, please.
3-0 Mocha.
3-0 Mocha. Numero uno, Mocha, please.
This is way
number
too
one.
easy,
Number
guys.
one.
Give me a challenge at least.
Mocha.
That is Wilson Phillips. Hold on.
Wow, yes. Okay. Hold on. Wilson Phillips.
Did you even know that one, Maury?
Yeah, hold on for one more day. Gonna turn around and say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Till then, baby, want to hold it down and say goodbye.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You totally know that song.
Okay. Give me number 8, please, Mocha. Mocha.
That is NKOTB, New Kids on the Block, Step by Step.
Wow.
Yeah, acronym and everything.
my
God.
Step. Ooh, baby.
Gonna get to you, girl.
Guys,
Okay.
come on.
Anytime-
Remind everyone what the category is.
Okay, the category.
Name That Quarantune.
These are all songs that were released in 1990. Home Alone was released in 1990,
Yes.
and in honor of Home Alone for changing everybody's traditions, we are going back to 1990 for this edition of Name That Quarantune. Mocha, please give us 16. Maury.
Oh, I have no idea.
Why'd you buzz in then?
Because I thought it would come to me.
Mocha.
Roxette, It Must Have Been Love.
Yes. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Wow.
But it's over now.
Maury, you buzzed in too early. Too quick. Big mistake.
Wow.
Huge.
Shem, the score is
6-0 for Mocha.
6-0. Let's go. We got a couple more here if you still want to.
Oh, yeah, yo.
Okay,
I'm looking to destroy.
Okay, number 15, please, Mocha.
Oh, come on, Maury.
Ever met a girl that you
Mocha.
tried to date?
Just a Friend by Biz Markie.
Wow.
Wow, my goodness.
I was going to say it the other way around.
Oh my God.
You got what I need. We just did this on a quarantine not that long ago, Maury. Come on. But you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Maury, anytime you're ready to play more, you are still involved in this. Mocha, give me number 7, please. Mocha.
That is Snap the Power.
Wow. Okay, I think we're done, gentlemen. Wow. Yes.
Come on, Maury. You know this song.
Yeah, but I didn't know who it was by.
You even know the name of it?
Pump up the jam.
No, this is the Power. Oh. Final score, Shem.
Wow. 8-0 for Mocha.
You play Name That Quarantune.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, you know, I just found out what a belfie was.
Huh?
I had no idea what a belfie was. You know what a belfie is?
It's a belfie.
So Kim Kardashian just posted a shot of her butt.
Ah.
And she captioned it, "Looking back at 22."
Mm-hmm.
But B-E, Belfie B-E, shouldn't it be like back, like B-A?
No, it's a butt selfie.
So Belfie?
It's a belfie.
Cool.
Yeah, I've never heard
take
that
one of those,
before.
Roz.
You know, I was just gonna say I've never once taken a picture of my butt.
I would like you to do that right now.
No, that's weird, Maury.
That's
Inappropriate. I've never once. Raise your hand. You ever taken a picture of your own butt?
No.
No? Maury has. Shem?
But no,
Liar.
I only took it so that I could see my butt.
Yeah, the award-winning one, right?
Yeah.
Thank you very
Wait, what do you
Shem, I
mean?
love you.
So you took a picture of your own butt so you could see it? Why wouldn't you just stand like in front of a mirror and do the look back?
Well, I wanted to see if
Like, were you?
I
Like,
wanted to see if
is it like because you had a pimple back there or something, or
no,
you
I wanted to
to
see if the
Don't answer
nair
that.
worked.
Oh, whoa.
Nair
Yeah.
on your butt?
Oh man. Thinking
And
of the house.
No,
wait, but
that
hold on.
stuff
But why would you
reeks.
need to see? Like, can't you just feel with your hands, like the smoothness?
But I wanted to.
You just
know what?
wanted
In
to see
hindsight,
it. You
yes,
wanted to
I wanted
see
to
it.
see if there was any hair left.
Yeah, you just wanted
where,
to see
like,
how it
in
looked.
between, and there was a chunk there still.
Right, right. Whoa.
A chunk of hair.
You can say a patch.
Yeah.
Right?
Or
You
just
can say a
yeah,
little
there's
bit.
A little bit of hair left.
Couple strands
Not
of.
not a chunk.
No.
That sounds so gross.
Because I'll tell you, when you
that's
say
so disgusting. A chunk of hair.
when you say there's a chunk of hair back there, it makes it seem like it could almost not be yours.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's something you picked up in your travels.
Oh, that's so gross.
Right? Like
So
a
a patch
chunk,
would
a
have been
chunk
better?
of something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sat on the bus today. Felt kind of weird when I got home. I looked, it was a chunk of hair.
Yeah.
Can I say remnants?
Blah, 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 blah. But I've never taken a Belfie. Nor do I have any desire to take a Belfie. I have nobody to send a Belfie to. I don't think Catherine would appreciate a Belfie. I'm quite horrified at the thought of taking a Belfie.
Why horrified though?
Right.
You don't like your butt?
Nah.
Wait, but we're not saying bare butt. Like if Roz did it in his underwear.
Yeah, even still. And my underpants are nothing to be proud of, to be honest with you. I got to get on new underpants. Nah, I don't
falling
know.
apart?
Yeah, I went 3 days this week with underpants that have a hole in them.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wait, three different pairs?
Three different pairs.
No.
3 different pairs. Yeah.
You like
and I didn't.
In Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
When he's fighting Green Goblin in the fire?
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
his mask.
That's what my underpants look like. Because I get dressed in the dark
So many
and I put them on and I don't realize it until later in the
Are
day.
you asking for underpants for Christmas?
No, I don't need underpants for
is
Christmas.
is this you hinting?
From my coworkers.
Okay, everybody, let's go all in.
What's that, Shem?
Are book sales down? You could just buy some.
Shut up, man. That on sale's killing me. That 30% off? That was my underpant money.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
You're
Wednesday.
such a troll, Mocha. Jesus Christ.
What?
Look at you. So we all sit on, we have like a Teams meeting going on in here so we can all see each other. And Mocha's background is just I don't even know how you do that on Teams. I've never done one of those weird backgrounds. And Mocha's background is only a giant picture of Damn It Maury's face that Mocha then stands in front of.
Not even a good photo.
Well, it wouldn't be funny if it was a good photo. Also, show me one, Maury.
They don't exist. Trust me.
Ouch. My AI photos are fantastic.
Yeah, we've already gone through that. How does that make you feel?
Oh, what do you? Hey, a bad picture is any picture. If Mocha
A
wants
bad picture is any picture. What in the hell does that
That
mean?
makes no sense, bro.
Listen, you know what they say, a bad picture is any picture. What does that mean? Break that one down. Are you changing it? What are you changing it to? How many do you have?
Bro, like thousands.
Like thousands. I know, me
Listen,
too.
Maury, how long you been working with us?
I know. You know, I have on my phone every now and then, like, you know when you get those things where it puts together the montage,
Yeah.
right? Like of a memory of just people you have a lot of pictures of in your phone.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get one of Maury sometimes, and it's hard to find one where Maury's wearing all of his clothes.
I know, this is horrific.
It's like a horror movie.
Do you have more sexy pictures of me in your phone or Catherine?
First of all, show me a sexy picture of you.
Hey, dude, any picture is a picture.
Okay, this is a good one too. This is so boring for people. We're just sitting here looking at pictures of Maury and not even explaining what the pictures of Maury are. I apologize, but you have to understand, sometimes we just have to entertain ourselves. Okay? Like sometimes the audience just isn't included in what we're doing.
Maury
okay?
with no beard.
Yeah.
Looking
Wow.
miserable.
Yeah.
Look
What
at
do
you.
Yeah. When
no,
you see
can't.
yourself,
Maybe I was reading something. You don't know if I'm looking miserable.
when you see yourself with no beard more, what do you? How do you feel about it?
I'm like, oh my God, who is that? Get that. Go away.
But like, in what way?
No, I think I look way better now. I'm like, what took so long?
Yeah. Look at how small your chin is, huh? Weak chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not manly.
No, that's
No, but at least it's hiding the other one. The angle there.
Wow.
Right? That
Wow,
angle of your
man.
face. Look at you.
You're
right?
savage. Look at you.
It's hiding the other chin.
Hey, Shem, shut up. Get my picture behind
Oh,
behind
no.
you.
Shem's joining in.
What are you
Hey,
doing?
buddy?
What are you doing? If I knew how to do this, I would.
Look at
Okay.
Shem.
You're such a jackass. I don't even know what's going on. I see like myself all over the place now. Like I don't even know which one's the real me. We look good together, me and you, Shem.
Ebony and Ivory over
Right?
here, right?
We look good together.
Not
Look at how
too
happy
shabby.
I am.
Look at that.
Right?
Hey, man, high five.
Again, high five. Oh, I'm not alive in that picture. I can't high five you. I can't high five you. I'll tell you, this is so boring for people. I'm so sorry. I'm not, because it's really fun for me. What are you doing now? Mocha's getting another one ready.
Oh, no.
I promise, like, just, I don't know, we'll put this video up or something. It'll all make sense at some point. But right now, we just got to do us, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. Okay, you got a good one here?
No.
Okay, hold on. Mocha's got another one. Mocha's changing his background on Teams to just pictures of Damon Mori by the way.
No. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, what you got? What you got? Oh.
It's a picture of Maury eating a brick of cheese.
Oh, that's cheese. I thought it was a beef patty.
No, that's a giant brick of cheese, Jim.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. When was that? God, you look thin, Maury. Look at you.
Yeah. But
I just think my face is contorted. From
Actually,
the
you know
cheese.
what's interesting is that when Maury's thin, like you don't look thin, you look sick.
That was juice cleanse. But guess what?
Oh, was it?
After
Was this breaking the fast? Was this
he
post juice
ballooned.
cleanse?
He ballooned after that cheese.
Where he just he decided to eat a brick of cheese. Why were you eating a brick of cheese?
We were breaking the world record for eating a brick of cheese the fastest.
Attempting to.
Oh, I gotcha. That's a lot of cheese. You
It's a
still
brick.
when was that, do you think, more?
I'd say like 4 years ago.
And you still haven't pooped, I bet, huh?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, Jocelyn. It's Roz and Mocha.
I just called to tell you guys how much you have made my day for the past maybe 10 years.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
My God. And the only time my husband and I are on good terms when we listen to your radio. Once we get out the car, we're back at war.
Oh. What are you guys worrying about?
Everything.
Like, what's the latest? Give us the latest one. Like, did something happen today before you started listening to the show?
Well, I don't get any text from him, so that's a rough one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I work so much, and by the time I'm ready, he's not. So, you know.
That's a real problem, huh?
And
It
then
is a
what?
problem.
And then you listen to the show, everything's fine, and then after the show is
on the
done, you
same
get back to
page.
arguing? Yeah.
We're on the same page when we listen to you guys. Like, we're friends, we're buddies, and we're going at it. We love you guys so much, and we're in on it. As soon as we get out the car,
Yeah.
not friends, like, we totally two different people.
Are you saying that our show is like a substitute for sex then?
Maybe.
Yeah, I've often
Yeah.
thought that.
Hey,
yeah.
hold on a second. Jocelyn,
Yes?
why don't you and your husband,
Mm-hmm.
if the show brings you together,
Right.
why don't, like, during the show, you guys get together?
Oh, God. On the highway?
No, okay, not necessarily on the highway, but like if
Put
it's
the
the only
podcast
thing,
on or something.
yeah, put the podcast on. Like if it's the only thing that kind of brings the two of you together, you have this common interest, right? And it makes you feel good. It makes you feel happy. Maybe it might help in that aspect.
Mocha, my heart is jumping out of my chest right now. Oh, I'm getting hot. Woo.
See, you're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Jocelyn just got her groove back. Jocelyn, happy holidays. We love you. Thank you for your support of the Roz and Mocha Show over the past 10 plus years that you've been listening.
Before you go,
Yeah.
listen, guys, don't stop. Even if after you get old, even after you retire, please have a radio station for us. In your retirement home somewhere. Just keep this thing going.
How old do you think we are?
No. You guys, listen, I'm not joking. I don't think you understand how you guys reach people. I'm serious. Like, I am so happy when I'm in this truck with my husband talking, listening to you guys, and the happiness that you bring to us, it's amazing. I've been calling for so long, wanting to get on. I hear people calling and telling you guys, but I want to tell you from the depth of my heart, like the things that Roz, I don't know if you went to school for those advice that you give to people on.
Okay.
I thought I was going to be like, I don't know if you went to school, but you sound like an idiot. No.
You're so good at what you do. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
Love.
okay,
Thank
You're
you,
so good at
thank
what
you,
you
thank
do. You're so good at what you do, Roz. Mocha, you're the heart of everybody. Maury, my guy, my husband, love you to death.
Aw.
And keep doing what you're doing, my friend.
Okay. Thank you, Jocelyn. Hold on a second. Was your husband like a part of all of this, but just not saying anything while you're on the phone with us?
No, I dropped him off a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Good.
So Jocelyn can just speak free.
Good.
Hey, before we let you go, Jocelyn, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
It varies for the most part, but Roz, you're my guy.
Aw, thank you, love.
You're my guy. Keep doing what you're doing.
Love you,
We will, for
Jocelyn.
Sure.
Love you too.
Take care.
Bye-bye,
Bye-bye.
love.
Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was just watching a video out of L.A. of one neighbor filming her other neighbor as they're having a dispute.
Over.
They never said.
Oh.
But I guess she just whipped out her phone and started recording him as he came out onto the sidewalk to yell at her. And here's what happened.
Keep going. Say what you gotta say. Get it off your chest. Just cannot mind your own business.
You. How's that? Where's everybody going now? All of a sudden, nobody's going there anymore, right?
You smell like booze. You smell like alcohol.
You smell
very
like,
badly.
You smell like. Dog.
I can smell the booze coming off your breath from here.
I smell.
Okay. Keep talking.
My dogs are better smell than you. Bye. Go back to wherever you go.
And where's that, Chuck? Where should I go?
Yeah, where's that, Chuck?
Anywhere other than L.A.
So you own the city of Los Angeles, and so it's up to you to determine where people should go
I've
and
been
where
here
they should
40
live.
years. 40 years.
And that gives you a right to tell other people what to do and where to go.
Go
and
on.
that they shouldn't live here.
You're
Uh-huh.
You know what is? Look it up. Look it up in the dictionary.
Wow.
Yo, Chuck with the clapbacks.
Wow. Jesus.
Do you know what that means? Go look it up in the dictionary.
It's so wild to me that, like, I guess when you're committed, when you're face to face with somebody and you're pissed off and they break out the phone, like there is a wave that goes over these people where they just have to be convinced in that moment that the person filming them, that they're in the wrong and that they're going to upload this video and everybody is going to clearly see that they were right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, why keep going? And you're like, because obviously the person isn't either one. They're just not afraid of any sort of like blowback, but they have to be in the moment like that guy is, convinced that he's in the right.
I'm surprised when people aren't getting from the minute the camera would go on me, I would just completely turn into the nicest person ever.
Well, this is what I'm saying. It's because he thinks he's right. And he thinks that if she releases that video, he will be vindicated and that everybody will go in on her.
I would do the complete opposite. Be like, you look absolutely amazing this evening.
Yeah.
You know, I love your house.
I remember
wish
one
you a happy
time
holiday.
Somebody ran up on me with their phone.
Really?
She thought I was taking pictures of her.
Oh.
I was out on the street taking pictures, just like.
Oh, yeah. They thought you were a perv.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to watch out, man. You got that big lens.
She was sitting in a restaurant with a friend.
Yeah.
And I was standing on the corner of where the restaurant was.
Yeah.
But facing, I guess from her angle, right, her perspective, it did look like I was taking a photo like of the restaurant.
Right.
Meanwhile, I was taking a picture of like the buildings behind.
Sure.
And she ran up on me.
With her phone.
With her phone. She's like, what are you doing? What are you taking pictures of?
Yeah.
Do you show her what you took pictures of?
I actually did. I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you're taking pictures of me in the restaurant. And I was like, I was actually not. I was taking, and I showed her the photos. I scrolled through.
You shouldn't have
and
to,
then
though.
I shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't
But I
have
did.
to.
And then she was like, oh.
You're
and then
allowed.
she just like turned
You're
around
outdoors.
and walked away.
You're outdoors.
Completely.
You live in one of the most populated cities in North America.
Completely. I was just out
Like,
photo shooting.
what
with
is-
it.
This is the world we live in now,
what are
where
you
everybody
doing?
thinks you're doing something to them.
Unless she was out doing something that she shouldn't have been.
Well, true.
Or maybe
that.
out with someone that she shouldn't have been out with.
Like
Here
you're
I
a
am making
private
up the story.
investigator spying on her and her new friend.
Let's get that picture and let's get the raw image and zoom in. Right?
I actually
You
still
know
have
what I
the
mean?
photos.
Yeah. Who's she
I
with?
still have the
Who's she
photos.
with? Who's she
I don't
with?
know.
Oh.
Maybe someone she shouldn't be with.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Argentina, champions of the world! Again! At last! 36 years since Maradona and Mexico! Here, finally, is a nation's new throng of immortals!
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Argentina, stand up! Celebrations have not stopped, y'all. What did I say at the beginning of the World Cup? I said right from the beginning, Argentina was going to come through and take the whole thing.
You didn't even know Argentina was in it.
Did I not call it?
At the beginning of the World
Yo,
Cup.
I called it.
Please.
I should have bet some money like
say
Drake.
That you called it without immediately throwing to a clip of you calling him.
I had it, but
Oh, it's not there anymore?
got deleted by accident.
Oh, that's too bad. Hard drive problems, huh? Call IT more.
I'm going to Best Buy right after and get a new hard drive. Listen, exciting though. It really was, man.
Game.
Yeah.
Like some quick scoring early.
And it needed it too because goddamn football is boring.
Oh, I watched it at church.
Oh,
Did you really?
so boring.
After church.
Yeah, like literally everywhere had the game on yesterday. We were at so many, even at at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Like all the TVs that they had inside the grocery store. I don't think any of the employees were paying any attention.
No, not at all.
At all. It was wonderful.
And Messi's celebratory dance/walk after they put that warrior cloak on and was something else. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like just like the weird, like bobbing up and that was super weird, man.
Someone,
it was really odd.
Someone on Twitter was like greatest moment in his career, in his life.
Yeah.
Right? He's the GOAT. And they put this thing on him that makes it look like he's about to sit down and get his hair cut. like a barber's cape. And you have that now one infamous picture with him and his teammates, and he's holding up.
Yeah.
He's holding up the World Cup, and he looks like friggin' Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't so much mind the robe. You know me and robes, right? I'm down with the robe, but it was the way he walked. Like they gave him the trophy, and he did this weird ass like duck walk, like bobbing up and down. Like it was, you have to figure that if this is your life for so long, you always wonder. It's like when people practice in front of the mirror, when they're getting into acting of how they would accept an Academy Award.
Sure.
Like you have to have practiced or at least thought about how you would grab that trophy and walk into the crowd of your teammates. I don't know if he did.
He was in the moment.
It was a wild walk,
All
man.
right, he was in the moment.
Yeah, sure.
Dan Moore was out there on the streets right when the game ended and the celebration began.
Argentina! I feel amazing. He's the best player of the entire world. He's the best who ever touched the ball. GOAT status undisputed. He's the GOAT, and he finally won the World Cup! Woo! And it was just last World Cup ever. Probably his last World Cup ever, but it doesn't matter because he reached the World Cup before and he did it and he won and he did an amazing job.
How do you feel right now?
I feel ecstatic. I feel amazing. It's the best day of my life. It's the best day of literally my entire life. We are the best. We are the best. Messi. I'm so happy. I've been waiting 10 years for that.
As the lottery machine says, Gagnon. You were cheering for France. How does it feel that they did not win the World Cup this year?
Wow.
I feel very sad. I want to cry.
How do you feel right now? France did not win.
We played well. We did. They did well. They did well. I'm sad, but I'm still proud of the team. I'm very, very proud of France.
Oh my God, you have tears. You're crying. How do you feel?
I don't know. I'm speechless. I'm just so happy. I'm not even from Argentina, but it was an awesome game. And it was wonderful.
Draped in an Argentinian flag, crying right now. Talk to me about your emotions. How are you feeling? Why is this bringing you to tears?
I'm happy to be alive. Watching this is the biggest moment of my life. I don't think anything can overcome this.
I think maybe getting married or having kids could top this.
No. That's just personal life. This is like, I don't know how that guy changes so many lives. He changed the generations, like 3 generations at one time. I'm happy. If I die tomorrow, I don't care.
What?
Because I've seen this. It's the biggest moment of my life.
I mean, being in another country, being from South America, and we're thankful for Messi, It's all about Messi. It's Messi World Cup. I mean, it's everything. It's everything.
I am so excited. I can't even tell you how much. This is one of the best World Cup finals ever watched. And I'm old, and I've seen a lot, man. Unbelievable.
This guy created history. Like, this is phenomena that like the whole world experience all together. This is like once in a lifetime thing that everybody experienced here.
You witnessed this happen. You watched this go down. How do you feel?
I mean, it's amazing because I'm a longtime supporter of Messi from Barcelona. So I think for the Argentinian fans, and the rest of us who support Messi, it's a great thing to see him win the World Cup finally.
But I think even though you're cheering for Argentina, you got to admit that France did very well.
Oh, definitely. I think Mbappe is like probably going to be the next generational hit. So the French should never be sad. They have a great team. And I think we just want to say both the Argentina and France fans, it's probably the best World Cup we ever watched.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Did you guys see that Messi now has the most liked photo on Instagram? He posted like a carousel of like 10 photos from the World Cup victory.
Yeah.
56.8 million likes is where it sits at right now. Overtaking the egg.
Oh, I remember the egg.
The egg from forever ago, from
How did that
2018?
start? Wasn't that somebody who was just like, hey, let's see if this egg can get the most thing? And then didn't they sell the account to charity or something like that? Like there was something where they handed over that account and all the followers and everything else, right?
The egg had 56.1 million.
Jeez.
And Messi's photo now has 56.8 million likes.
That's incredible.
Now the top spot.
I saw him, all that video that everybody was passing around yesterday of Salt Bay harassing.
Oh my God. People were
Messi
going in on him.
and Team Argentina and all that stuff.
But then Salt Bay actually got a picture with the World Cup.
I know, and everybody's super confused as to how Salt Bay even got down there. Salt Bay, by the way, is that guy who became famous for putting salt on meat, right? Like where he did that thing with his hand.
Everybody hates on his restaurant,
right?
huh?
Yeah, everybody hates on it. Yeah, exactly. Everybody hates on his restaurant. But people were just so confused as to why Salt Bay was even there. And then there's video of where he's like grabbing at Messi's arm, and then Messi
wasn't turning around.
No, he wasn't turning around. And then there's another shot where Salt Bay is with another player on Argentina, and the other player is holding the World Cup, and Salt Bay's trying to like take it out of his hands, like he's trying to grab it
and
from
then
him.
do the move of like the tossing the salt on top of it.
What's
His
it like?
signature move.
Yeah,
Come on, man. That's like
he's not even from Argentina. I thought he was from Argentina. I was just like, oh, he's like an invited guest, like all that stuff. He's not
I
even
understand,
from
like
Argentina.
maybe invited guest, you get tickets, special tickets.
But there was
VIP.
no other
But, like,
famous
how
people
did-
there.
No, how did he get onto the field?
No idea.
How was he able to get on the field?
Like Elon Musk was there, and Elon Musk wasn't on the field.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Like crazy. I have no idea how that guy, and he had all sorts of passes around his neck and stuff like this. Like somebody brought Salt Bay down to the pitch.
Obviously a guest of somebody.
But who in the hell invited Salt Bay?
Yeah. But like even the players, I don't know. Maybe they were like into the moment. They just didn't pay attention. They didn't care.
Yeah.
But like a lot of them didn't look like they even knew who he was.
I think that he just to them looked like an aggressive douche.
Yeah.
Right? Like, why is this jackass
teeny tiny
trying to
mustache,
celebrate with us? Like, we've never
greased
seen
back
this guy
hair.
before, right? Like, what the hell's he doing here? But yeah, no, it was really wild. There's that video though. Oh my God, of where he's trying to grab Messi's arm. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
But Messi now has the most popular, the most liked photo on Instagram. 56.8 million likes of
It's
him.
going to be a
hosting up the
while
World
before
Cup.
anybody beats that.
What could possibly beat that more, do you think? Like, what would it take? Like, you have to think another monumental, because with the egg, it was literally a troll, basically, right? Somebody saying, hey, can we get everybody in the world to sort of, like this picture of an egg? And then you have like one of the most followed people in the entire world on Instagram who won the biggest trophy a person can win in any sport in the
It'll be
world.
another baby photo.
You
No.
think so?
No.
But whose though? Whose?
No. It has to be.
Whose?
Because right now, Ronaldo is the most followed person on Instagram.
Yeah.
519 million.
He almost did very well with his little video of him in the shower where you could see his
It
butt.
has to be another semi-nude Ronaldo.
You think so?
picture
You think
or
the
photo? Yeah.
No.
I think it's going to be something like if Trump wins in 2024 and into the captions like "I'm back" or something like that.
You
That's
think
going to
people
get
are
a
going to
ton.
like that though?
Well,
I
remember,
don't think that you're going to like that.
But remember, just double tapping on Instagram doesn't mean you actually like the photo. You're just more so acknowledging it,
no,
right?
but man, you have to think global. Like this is
It's got to be something with Ronaldo. I think
It has to be something that is of a global scale.
Like last month, Ronaldo posted, it was more of like an ad for Louis Vuitton. And it was a photo of him and Messi playing chess.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And that picture got 41.9 million views.
Jesus.
Or likes, sorry. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
if
yeah.
anyone is going to surpass this record, it's got to be Ronaldo.
Well, obviously we know the answer, which is Ronaldo and Messi have to have a baby.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is, got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Emily, hello, it's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Great, how are you?
Good. What's going on with you? Why are you reaching out?
Is it possible for a puppy and cats to get along?
Oh, wow. Yeah, you were says, hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. We got a new puppy, and I'm finding it difficult to integrate him with my 3 male cats.
Oh, God.
He won't listen to commands. He chases my cats and keeps eating their food and not his own, and he cries all night in his crate. Wow, you're really in it, huh?
We're exhausted.
Yeah.
You sound tired, like you got 0 sleep last night.
He just barks all night.
Why do you have 3 boy cats, by the way?
We got them as rescues in 2020.
Gotcha. Just so happened.
Okay, and then why the puppy now?
My husband was in a bad accident in 2019, and his therapist suggested it might be a good idea to kind of get a service animal for himself.
Did the therapist know that you already had 3 cats?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So have you been trying to keep all of them separated from one another, or at least the puppy from the cats?
Yeah. So the cats are upstairs with us in the bedroom, and the puppy is in a crate downstairs.
Oh.
They will, will they ever get along? Sure.
Eventually.
Because cats become indifferent to things, right? And right now with a puppy, like puppy energy does not mix with cat energy. Mm-hmm. Right? Like once your puppy sort of grows a little bit and becomes a little bit more chill, I'm sure the cats will tolerate the puppy. But right now, the energy is just so out of whack in the house.
What kind of pup did you get?
Chinese Sharpei.
Oh.
What the hell's that?
It's a wrinkle dog.
Oh my God, those ugly things?
Yeah.
You got that for your husband to feel better?
No, he got it himself. That's the breed he wanted.
Really? Oh, gee. What's it called again? A Chinese what?
Sharpei.
Hold on here. Oh my God, this thing. You can bleep this, right? It looks like a right?
Oh, no, these are cute dogs,
Come
man.
on.
With all that extra skin?
No.
And they just look so sad all the time?
No. Yeah, why your husband,
man.
if he needs a dog to cheer him up, got the saddest looking dog in the world?
Yeah.
Right?
Looking at the owner like, man, I feel bad for you.
Like this dog looks like it's wearing like a hand-me-down coat. You know what I mean?
All that extra
I feel
skin.
embarrassed trying to walk him.
Oh, God, all flapping around and stuff.
I think
that poor guy.
Time is what you need. I don't think there's no like instant fix to all of this. They collectively are going to figure each other out. And, you know, the pup is like excited. He's in this new environment. He's got, you know, these humans and these other pets that he's never seen or like hung out with before. So it's like overstimulation. And eventually all of that will die down and they'll kind of learn, you know, the dynamic between one another.
Or it's going to be like prison yard rules, right? Like there's going to be territories and gangs. And your dog will be a gang of 1 and the boy cats will be a gang of 2. And you are always going to have to just be on the lookout for a rumble. Like that's just the way it's going to be. Like the dog is going to walk by and a cat's going to be on the table and it's going to reach down and punch a dog in the head. Like that just may be life from now on.
Oh. Well, what do we do about the crate training? We can't handle him crying all night.
It'll stop eventually.
Did you crate train yours, Mocha?
The first dog, Tig, the golden retriever, we did not because he was like freaking out anytime he was in the crate.
Right.
So we figured that we would put him in the bathroom with a baby gate. As soon as we did that, all the crying, all the screaming stopped.
Right.
The other dog that we have, the Australian Shepherd, he's fine in his crate. Yeah, the first couple of nights, he cried like when we brought him home. After a while, he stopped. He just got used to it.
When your husband's therapist said that he should get a dog to help him out, right? Was the therapist thinking that he was going to get a dog that was trained to be a therapy dog?
I'm not sure. I think she just assumed that we would do that ourselves.
Yeah, but like you just bought like a dog.
Yeah.
You didn't get a dog that's like known for or trained for or already came crate trained. Like you just got a dog.
No, he's 10 weeks old.
Oh my God.
Y'all didn't do no research.
No.
at all. This is your fault.
Yeah, this is your husband's fault. Tell him to figure it out.
Sounds good to me.
You know what? In about 2-3 years, you guys are going to need another therapy dog.
Yeah,
for the two of y'all.
exactly.
Or we're just going to need therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that too. Oh my God, I'm looking at these dogs right now. Is he super wrinkly, this dog?
No, actually, he's not.
No?
The face is a little bit, but the body's not.
Oh, this doesn't have one of those bodies, eh? Because this dog, like, it looks like you took like a small dog and put it in the skin of a bigger dog.
I know, they're ugly as sin.
Like nothing fits right. What's the dog's name?
Obi-Wan.
Oh my God. This is why you don't let husbands do anything in the house.
Right?
Yeah. You got the wrong dog. You named him after a Star Wars
Stupid
character.
name.
Damn, man.
Maybe I have the wrong husband.
Maybe you do. Maybe it's not the dog.
Another FML.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that. Don't worry, things will get worked out, okay? And if they don't, then you're living in a house full of chaos.
I'll move out.
All right. Thanks, Emily.
Thanks.
Bye.
Love you lots.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Yo, Shane.
Hey.
It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, buddy. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm actually at work trying to keep my mind busy.
Okay. Do you have 2 seconds to chat?
Sure.
Okay, so Shane texted saying, I listen to you guys every day heading into work. You guys help make me smile, especially at times like this. I'm supposed to be in Cuba with my family, but I had an anxiety attack at the airport and was unable to board the plane, so I appreciate the laughs. What's going on, man? What happened when you got to the airport?
So I have a history of anxiety attacks. I mean, It started about 5 years ago. I was on medications, but I was able to manage without, so I took myself off in June.
Yeah.
Everything was good. My daughters were all excited. I was explaining to them, how the plane takes off. Everything was great. We were doing the baggage check-in, and then I just started feeling heart palpitations, the sweating, everything like that. And I was able to go to the terminal with them, and just as we were about to board, I was like, I can't do it. I'm going to freak out on this plane if I do.
What were you freaking out about?
That's the thing. I don't know what my trigger is. I mean, I have no idea really what my trigger is, and I just tried to get on the plane, and I wasn't able to.
Were you thinking about it leading up to the trip, like throughout the week or weeks leading up, or did it only hit you right when you got to the airport?
Right when I got to the airport. That's what I was telling everybody in my family. If I would have felt something a couple of days before, I would have asked my doctor for a medication to calm me down and get through it, right?
Yeah. So two things, right? One, oftentimes when somebody's on medication, you see this a lot with people who are in recovery, right? Is that when somebody's on medication and you're on medication for a long time, you actually start to feel really good, right? And what winds up happening is you're like, I don't need these anymore.
Yep, that's it.
Right?
And then the time when you actually need them.
And you stop taking them, right? You stop taking them. And that's a problem. Now, for me, when it comes to anxiety and this kind of stuff, the one thing that I was told years ago, and it helps so much, which is the one thing you don't want somebody to sort of discount your feelings, right? Because oftentimes what winds up happening is people are like, oh, come on. It's not, it's almost like they talk down to you. So you wind up not making a big deal about going through an anxiety attack just because you fear that maybe the people around you are going to overreact to that.
Yeah.
So the thing that sort of keep in the back of your mind that, works is the feeling is absolutely real. Like when you're going through that, the feeling is 100% real. It exists. Yeah. The reason for that feeling is bull.
Yep. No, I get it. 100%.
And as long as you know that, you may be able to get over them a whole lot faster. Because oftentimes when you're going through a panic attack like this, the reason is kind of non-existent most times. Unless it's a legitimate cause for concern. But stuff like going through an airport, having a panic attack, and having to stay back from a family vacation, there's a chance that you can talk yourself through that one.
Yeah, I was trying everything. Even my daughter was too.
Oh, buddy.
I got a car I'm working on back at home, and asking me everything and trying to just talk about school.
Yeah.
I was trying my absolute best to get through it, and I just wasn't able to.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Is there a chance that you will still be able to, are you able to reach out to your doctor, or have you reached out to your doctor, see if you can get some meds to maybe help you get to the last part of your family vacay?
I've talked to him, and I'm starting the daily medication again.
Yeah.
Which takes a couple of weeks up to a month to actually have effect in your system. But at this point, yeah, I just talked with my wife. I've been FaceTime that day and stuff, and we just think it's better just to let me relax back at home and recover my.
Yeah. Buddy, I feel for you, man. I'm so sorry that you're going through this and that you're missing out, especially, not to rub it in, but like during the holiday season, right?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Cuba's
All right,
not that great either, dude.
Don't believe what your wife is telling you.
Yeah, it's not that great.
All right, Shane. Hey, listen, man, if you ever feel like talking, you have our number. You can reach out, text, call us, whatever, man. We got you.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, dog. You take care, man.
Take care, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Taylor, it's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you guys?
Good. You have a second?
Yeah.
Okay, Taylor texted this. I want to tell you guys about the first time Roz and Mocha each made me cry laughing while listening.
Oh.
So I'm very interested in this. Taylor, did this happen recently? Did it happen a long time ago?
Yeah. It was a long time ago. So I've been listening since like 2015.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it was all the way back then, but I was just, I was listening to the podcast earlier today, and it just I started laughing at something that was happening, and it just reminded me of like the 2 times that you guys just absolutely killed me for the very first time, and I thought I would just like reach out to you guys and remind you of that time.
Please.
Go for it.
So the first time was Roz was talking about his fear of snakes, and he was talking about how he was scared that the snake was going to come through the toilet and get him while he was sitting on the toilet going to the washroom.
Why you got to bring up old stuff like that?
Yeah.
I still snake check.
It absolutely killed me. Like, you were going on for so long and you were so scared, and you could just hear the fear in your voice while you were talking about it. Like, you didn't even want to be talking about it in that moment. And I literally was in tears. I was laughing so hard because in what world would a snake come out of your toilet, but you were convinced that it was a possibility?
Girl, it happens all the time.
When hasn't it ever happened?
But it hasn't happened to you. Yeah,
no, it
right?
hasn't happened to me, but that doesn't mean I'm over it.
No, I know. I think, Taylor, because every now and then you do see a story on the news or you read some story on the internet about somewhere, someplace, a person found a snake in the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
But like, to look for it every single time and be that scared, I don't know. It just absolutely killed me. I thought it was so funny.
Okay, no, I'm not over it, and I'm still terrified that it's going to happen, and I do still snake check.
Okay, and what is the second time that the Roz and Mocha Show made you cry laugh?
So the second time it was closer to Christmas, and Roz was playing. It was a YouTube video of this cat that was saying "Oh Long Johnson." It was meowing and saying "Oh Long Johnson."
Yeah.
And Mocha, you were laughing so hard that I started laughing so hard that I actually had to pull over because I could not see the road because I was in tears at how hard you were laughing at the YouTube video.
Why was the cat saying "Oh Long Johnson"?
No, it just the cat's like talking or meowing, whatever.
Okay. Oh, and it sounds like
it sounds like the cat is saying "Oh Long Johnson." Hold
okay.
on.
Yeah.
Oh Long Johnson. Oh Long Johnson. Oh Long Johnson.
Oh, Taylor, thank you so much for listening.
funny.
Thank you so much for reaching out and texting us. Before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh, easy, Mocha.
Oh,
Hey, Long Johnson.
you don't gotta say easy. You can just say Mocha. You don't have to say easy.
Love you, Taylor. Happy holidays.
Love you. Have a good one. Bye, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Variety, for the first time, just put out a list of the 100 greatest movies of all time.
Oh.
And everybody's freaking out.
Hit me.
Well, I mean, it's a real, it's a deep, deep list, but...
Are the usuals on there?
Yeah.
Like Godfather?
the usuals are on there. They have The Godfather ahead of The Godfather 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Godfather 2 was so good, though.
Yeah, so they have...
I think 2's better than 1.
Okay, let me give you the top 10 here, and then I'll go through and I'll tell you some of the shocking things that people are picking apart this list
please
for.
do.
Saving Private Ryan is at number 10. All About Eve from 1950 is at number 9. It's a Wonderful Life, 1946, is at number 7. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Seven Samurai from 1954 is at number 6. The top 5: Pulp Fiction, Citizen Kane, The Godfather,
Yes.
Wizard of Oz, and their number one choice, and this was compiled by, I think there was like 12 or 13 people who worked on this list.
This is the greatest movie of all time?
Yeah.
According to Variety.
According to Variety, is
Number one.
is Psycho, which I don't even think is the best Alfred Hitchcock movie. I think Vertigo is way better than Psycho. But some of so Empire Strikes Back is on there. You're going to be into that.
Yes. Where's Scarface?
Scarface is nowhere on the list.
Boys in the Hood.
Goodfellas is on the list.
Oh, good one.
Boys in the Hood is not on the list.
Casino?
Casino is not on the list.
Really?
Do the Right Thing is on the list.
Yes.
Silence of the Lambs is
Titanic?
on. Titanic is 45.
Oh, Terminator 2.
No, T2 is not on the list.
The Matrix.
Which I think you could argue T2, it would be in the 100 greatest movies of all time.
I think when you have a movie that changes filmmaking.
Yes, but it also has to be a good movie, though.
Yeah, but
right?
Terminator 2 was a good movie.
Terminator 2 was a
and
good
also changed filmmaking.
Yes.
What about The Matrix?
No,
The Matrix
not on
changed
not on the,
filmmaking.
Jaws. Not on the Jaws is not on the list.
What?
Which is crazy.
Did you say E.T.?
E.T. is on the list. E.T. is down at number 58.
Yeah, I could do without E.T.
Dazed and Confused. Remember that movie? The first Matthew McConaughey movie?
Casablanca.
Casablanca's on there somewhere. Okay,
Man,
but
y'all named
here's
some
what
movies I've
everybody's
never
freaking
seen.
out about. So there's some huge movies that were left off the list that people would assume if you're doing a list of the best movies of all time. The 100 best movies of all time. There's two movies that people would say deserve to be on the list, hands down. They don't have to be top 10, they don't have to be top 20, but they have to be on the list. One is Schindler's List, not on the list. And the other is Rocky.
Rocky is not on the list?
Not on the list. But what everybody's freaking out about is there's one movie on the list that then sort of stands as the tentpole to say they think this movie is better than Schindler's List. They think this movie is better than Rocky.
Okay.
Because at number 71, they put My Best Friend's Wedding with Julie Roberts.
It's a good movie.
Never
Is
seen
it better than Schindler's List?
No.
No.
But it's a good movie.
No.
Wait, hold on. Are we allowed to say something's better than Schindler's List? Like, I mean,
Of
there
course
are
you can.
movies that are better.
I
than
know.
Schindler's
There
List.
are movies that are.
Schindler's
it's not
List?
on the
Oh,
list.
it's not on the list.
It didn't make the top 100.
Well, there you go. There's 100 other movies that are better than Schindler's List. According
according to them.
Is Shawshank on there?
I don't think
No,
Shawshank
that's
is on here.
Is Pretty Woman on there?
No, Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman's not on there?
No, Pretty Woman's not on
What
here.
about a?
But there are some Bridesmaids is on here as far as comedies go.
I was going to ask about Bridesmaids.
Yeah, Bridesmaids
Is Home Alone
is
on there?
Home
That's
Alone
a classic.
Home Alone is not on
or
there.
Elf? That's
Now-
a classic.
No. But there's two sort of like if you want to go to sort of like deal with nostalgia here. By the way, this is Variety did their 100 greatest movies
Back
of all
to the
time.
Future.
Back to the Future, I think should be on the list. Back to the Future is not on the list. But there's one movie.
Did you say Gone with the Wind?
Gone with the Wind is on there somewhere. There's one movie, though, that I think should be on this list because it is one of the best screenplays of all time, which is Groundhog Day.
Oh, yeah. I've
Right?
seen
Groundhog Day. Like if you,
Uh-huh.
when you talk to the writers, everybody will say Groundhog Day is hands down one of the best screenplays of all time. It changed everything when it came to that genre of movies. We now say Groundhog Day.
Because
When you're
of Groundhog
experiencing something like Groundhog Day is no longer the day where you find out if there's going to be an early spring. Groundhog Day is now when you're living the same thing over and over again.
It's all because
they
of the movie.
changed language with that movie
Yeah.
because the script was so good. Groundhog Day not on the list.
What about Planes, Trains, Automobiles?
Not on the list.
That was one of my favorites.
I also agree that should be in top 100.
Give me the top 5 again. One more time.
Okay,
from
top
Variety.
5 from Variety is Pulp Fiction.
I mean, that's a good movie, but not top 5.
Okay, Citizen Kane. Did you ever see that, Mocha?
I'm sorry.
You never
How's
saw
Pulp
Citizen
Fiction
Kane.
better than Schindler's List?
I don't know. I think it actually is, though. The Godfather at number 3. Wizard of Oz at number 2.
That deserves that.
Not 2. Not 2.
No,
I don't think 2.
I would argue that. I mean, that was groundbreaking.
And then Psycho, number 1.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Reading this story about a manager of an Olive Garden in Kansas who got fired.
Come on now.
For
Where
an
do you
email.
find this stuff, man?
For an email that she sent out to her staff.
Okay.
Okay.
I always I always look forward to. I don't know how the hell you find this stuff. You are the king of guys. Did you hear the one?
About the Olive Garden manager that got fired for an email?
About the guy who runs that independent plumbing company in Poughkeepsie. I'm like, no, why would I have? That stuff doesn't make it into my world.
Well, listen, part of my job is to know a little bit of everything
man,
about a lot of stuff.
I appreciate it. I just don't know where the hell I don't know what you look for to find this stuff. It's quite concerning.
It just comes to me,
It
guys.
does. Okay, cool. I
Okay,
gotcha.
listen to this
Yeah.
email, okay?
All right. Where's this one from now?
From Kansas.
Thank you.
This is a former manager at an Olive Garden.
Oh, gotcha.
Email sent out to her entire staff.
Not the Olive Garden in San Diego. Olive Garden in Kansas.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one in San Diego, beautiful. If you ever get a
Perfect.
chance to go.
Okay, I gotcha.
Gorgeous. Okay. Attention all team members. Our call-offs, I guess she means calling in sick or whatever, right?
Yeah, they call it calling out sick in the U.S. as opposed to calling in sick.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Our call-offs are occurring at a staggering rate. From now on, if you call off, you might as well go out and look for another job. We are no longer tolerating any excuse for calling off. If you're sick, you need to come in and prove it to us. If your dog died, you need to bring him in and prove it to us.
Come on now.
If it's a, quote, family emergency, and you can't say, well, too bad. Go work somewhere else. If you only want morning shifts, too bad. Go work at the bank. If anyone from here on call-outs, if anyone from here on out calls out more than once in the next 30 days, you will not have a job. Do you know, in my 11 and a half years at Darden, this is the location in Kansas, at the Darden location, how many days I called off? 0. I came in sick. I got in a wreck, literally on my way to work one time. Airbags went off and my car was totaled. But you know what? I made it into work on time, in all caps, by the way. There are no more excuses. Us, collectively, as a management team, have had enough. If you don't want to work here, don't. It's as simple as that. If you're here and want to work, then work. No more complaining about not being cut or not being able to leave early. You're in the restaurant business. Do you think I want to be here until midnight on Friday and Saturday? No. I'd much rather be at home with my husband and dog, going to the movies or seeing family. But I don't. I'm dedicated to being here, as should you. No more excuses or complaints. I hope you choose, almost done here. I hope you choose to continue to work here, and I think we, management, make it as easy as we can on y'all. Thank you for your time, and thank you to those of you who come in every day on time and work hard. I wish there were more like you.
This sounds like the email that Elon wrote to all his employees where he's like, you got two choices. Work your fingers to the bone or just leave.
Fill out this Google Doc.
Yeah.
Who would ever want to work with someone like that?
This, by the way, is a email sent out to staff at a Olive Garden in Kansas by the manager who then got fired.
Yeah, I can't imagine that the response to this was great. I get that maybe you have a generation or workforce that you find difficult, that maybe, don't put in the effort or have the same commitment level that you do. But the colossal error one of the colossal errors in that letter is telling people who probably had very little choice but to take that part-time job at Olive Garden, to tell those people that they're in the restaurant industry. They're not. They're working part-time. Part-time work is part-time work. You are not in the restaurant industry. I understand they could be like, hey, listen, this is how restaurants work. It's tough work. It's we're all year late, everything else.
Sure.
But you can't be like, you work in the restaurant industry when they're like, listen, I'm working part-time, man. This isn't my dream. I don't want to be here. As soon as I find something else, I'm going to leave and be in the waste management industry next. And then I'm going to be in the aerospace industry next. I'm going to be in a lot of different industries. Don't make it seem like I chose this path. You know, you're in the restaurant industry. Nah, you can't say that to people who work part-time.
If your dog
they
died,
don't care.
you need to bring him in and prove it to us.
Yeah, that in a restaurant, I question that too, right?
Yeah, if you're sick, you need to come in and prove it to us.
Yeah, I understand.
You're working with food.
Yeah, you are. You're around food and customers and babies, and you want your staff to start bringing in dead dogs.
Right?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, let's talk Titanic here, because it's all James Cameron all the time right now. We'll get to James Cameron in a second with Avatar and all this other stuff. But people are still talking about Titanic, and specifically whether Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack, could have fit on the door.
Yeah.
With Rose, and the two of them could have lived.
Yep.
Of course he could have. And of course they could have.
Okay. So here now is Kate Winslet recently, after all these years. Keep in mind, 1997 is when Titanic came out.
Classic.
And all these years later, here's Kate Winslet on whether they both could have fit or not.
What's your attitude about that silly question after all these years?
I don't know. Look, that's the answer is that I don't know. Could he have fit on the bloody... Look, all I can tell you is I do have a decent understanding of water and how it behaves.
You more than most, yes.
I really do, okay? But not just that in my own life. Like, we paddleboard, we surf, we kite surf. Like, we do a lot in the water. One thing I can honestly tell you, so a paddleboard, so a stand-up paddleboard, if you put two adults on a stand-up paddleboard, it becomes immediately extremely unstable.
Right.
So the reality is, it was a door that... Is it an intact door? Is it a bit broken? It's a bit broken, isn't it? I have to be honest, right? I actually don't believe that we would have survived if we had both gotten on that door.
Okay.
I think that he could have fit.
Right. Oh, I see.
It would have tipped, and it would not have been a sustainable idea. So you heard it here for the first time. Yes, he could
Once
have
and
fit.
for all.
He could have fit on that door, but it would not have stayed afloat.
Okay.
It wouldn't.
Hey, didn't Mythbusters prove that the two of them could have fit on that door?
Dude, even more than this. So James Cameron, after all these years, has a special coming out where he brought his own team together.
No.
Yeah, here's James Cameron.
Now, maybe I didn't do it in a way that everybody agrees with, but Jack had to die. It's that simple. If I had to make the raft a little bit smaller, I'll make it smaller. Now, incidentally, we have since done a thorough forensic analysis with a hypothermia expert reproducing the raft from the movie. And we're going to do a little special that comes out in February about this, where we took two stunt people that were the exact body mass of Kate and Leo.
Oh my God.
And we put sensors all over them and inside them. And we put them in ice water. And we tested to see whether they could have survived by this method or that method or that method. And the answer was there was no way they could both survive. Only one could survive.
Spoiler alert. Okay. Also, what sensors do you put inside?
Thank you. We put
and where
sensors
inside?
all over their body and inside their body.
So James and Kate both agree with each other.
Yes. Yeah. Well, because what James Cameron is saying is that, listen, jerks, Jack had to die. Maybe I made the floaty thing a little bit too big where you guys were all like upset with me because you felt that I was unfair. Like maybe I should have just made the door smaller. She was sitting on one little tiny piece of wood maybe, right? But Jack had to die.
Oh, don't say that.
But he has this giant special coming out now after all these years where he put sensors all over people's body and inside their bodies and brought in a hypothermia expert and stuck them in freezing cold water on a replica door.
Yeah, we deserve this.
Right? You think so. But Jack had to die.
Well,
He's
why
right.
Did Jack had to die. It could have been a happy ending movie if Jack didn't die and they live on happily
But it's
ever
Titanic.
after.
Titanic is not a happy ending movie.
It's tragic.
No, other
But
people
why couldn't
died, but
Jack,
why did Jack have to die?
Why couldn't he get shot?
What do you mean?
Chance.
No, because they got to say goodbye to each other. Do you guys not understand storytelling? Like, what is the matter with all you?
Yeah, happy endings, man.
Yeah. Why couldn't they have lived on and we get a Titanic 2?
No, what he really should have done was made the door smaller.
Yes, and then nobody. This
or
whole
have
debate
her floating
wouldn't
on
have
a log
happened.
or something.
Yes,
Well,
right.
maybe not a log, like an iceberg.
Yes,
a piece of an iceberg.
Yes, right.
Or no door. She ends up in one of the boats and he falls over and dies.
Anyway, so of course, everybody's still talking about Avatar. I have no desire to see Avatar. Don't get me wrong. I will watch Avatar, right? I can't do 3.5 hours without peeing, right? Like, I just can't. I can't do it.
I saw
right?
that. I mean, it made a lot of money this weekend, but nowhere near what they thought. What was estimated?
Well,
right?
so Avatar pulled in North America $134 million and $300.5 million internationally, bringing the total to $434.5 million. But James Cameron has said that this movie needs to make $2 billion just to break even. So it was the fourth biggest opening of the year, tied with the Batman, behind Doctor Strange, behind Black Panther, and behind Thor: Love and Thunder. Expectations were large. So it did $134 million this weekend. They had said that it could have done 150 or even 175. So it was quite off the mark. And James Cameron was leaving a screening of Titanic. And I don't know if this has anything to do with the box office, but I think that James Cameron just doesn't like dealing with people. And there was a bunch of autograph seekers that were outside the side door before James Cameron got in his car. And they were very excited to see him. But listen to the reaction when James Cameron blows by all of them.
Avatar! Avatar! Avatar!
And then James Cameron, instead of being like, oh my God, I just pissed off all those autograph guys, unrolls his window enough in the limo to get his hand out and give them all the finger as he's driving away. No joke.
Some guy in the crowd actually called him a scumbag, too.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Protect you.
This is the new song from The Weeknd called Nothing Is Lost from the new Avatar movie, which is out now.
Been walking this earth long enough that that's again.
It's pretty much like this, anthemic.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt him to... No.
But it's very much in the world of Avatar.
Sure.
It fits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dan Mori had a chance to talk to some of the kids from the movie, which when you watch a trailer, you see that these kids are like heavily featured throughout the movie. Jack Champion, who plays Spider, who's making a lot of noise on Twitter right now.
He's the human in the movie.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
People who are who've already watched it. Trinity Jolie Bliss, Jamie Flatters, and is it Bailey Bass or Bailey Bass?
Bailey Bass.
So Dan and Maury chatting it up with them. Before we get to the weird stuff, things kind of start normal as they do, and then they quickly evolve into awkward moments whenever a celebrity sits in front of Dan and Maury.
Have you seen it with an audience yet?
We have.
Yes.
What was that? Like, that must have been surreal.
Yeah.
The applause was like,
Did you cry?
holy cow. Of course I cried. It's an extremely emotional movie.
I might cry now because you told me you cried.
Why? Wait, do you have like infectious cries?
Yeah.
That's very strong reciprocity. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. So I saw the movie. Congratulations. Absolutely fantastic. Really good. But when I was watching
Adjectives.
the movie... Yes.
I don't know what adjectives are.
You saw Titanic, okay? James is his other movie. So when I was watching this movie, okay, there were some sounds when you guys were underwater and stuff like that, and, you know, the boat not giving a lot away, but there's some sounds. I'm convinced... And you tell me if I'm wrong. I'm convinced James Cameron used some of the same sound effects from Titanic in this movie as an homage. What do you think?
I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh, come on, you're lying.
That's cool.
Oh.
He probably could have.
Yeah.
He could have.
Right?
Sick.
I'm telling you, it's
That's
going to
so
come
annoying,
out.
yeah.
It's good, and you'll remember this moment.
I don't know. I think that these kids just be trying to be polite.
Maury, you have 5 minutes with these people. And
And this
you're
is
like,
what you're wasting your time on.
Jesus.
You want to talk about more time wasting with the stars of Avatar?
They spent $1 billion on making this movie that I thought I'd be worried that they sort of...
By the way, billion, kabillion, official numbers came in. That's exactly what he spent.
Cheapened out on the food on set.
Wait, no, because Jim had a completely vegan, like, catered set.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so that But at the time, I loved meat, so that wasn't really my...
Yeah, the taco truck that around the corner.
Oh.
You remember that?
So he left set, went to a taco truck.
No, it was on set. It was on set. It was on set.
He would leave set with his like dots on and his full like mocap suit, performance capture suit, to get a smoothie.
Again, you're talking about a movie that cost $1 billion cajillion to make. Sound effects, visual effects, like James Cameron, like brilliant mind. And you're talking about the food that they served on set.
I'm fine with that because I find it absolutely insulting that James Cameron would spend that much money on a movie and only have it vegan catered.
I know. I would want tacos and French fries,
hamburgers, ribs, stuff like that. As Dan Moore talking to some of the kids who are in the new Avatar: Way of the Water movie.
The language is Na'vi. Okay.
Yes.
I am hoping that you can teach me to say something in Na'vi.
Brutenga na eving ahi'i. That means you sound like a 3-year-old. Brutenga.
Brutenga.
Na eving.
Brutenga. Wait, say it again.
Na eving.
Brutenga na evin.
Na eving.
Na ve'eng.
Na eving.
Na eving.
Not everything.
It's like na eving ahi'i.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not a professional either, man.
Okay. Brute.
Na eving.
Na eving.
Ahi'i.
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 Yeah, ahi'i.
Brute. Oh my God.
Brutenga.
Brutena.
Na eving.
Wait.
Oh my God.
Brutenga.
Brutenga na eving ahi'i.
Brutenga na heaven na eating. Oh!
Yeah, you kind of did it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, nice.
Oh my God.
When somebody's teaching you how to do something, you have to, like, if somebody's doing a repeat after me, right? Like, here, Maury, I'll show you. I'll show you what you did, right? So I'm going to be you.
Okay.
Right? Only hot.
Facts.
Okay, and then you be them, right?
Okay.
So, okay, can you teach me how to say Mississippi?
Yes, absolutely. Mississippi. 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 Mississippi.
You have to let the person finish saying the thing that they're trying to teach you to say before you say it.
But in order for me to learn it, I have to sort of, I guess, match them.
Try it again.
Mississippi.
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 That is David Moore talking to the cast of Avatar: The Way of the Water. By the way, that movie is out now.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, James, what's going on? It's Roz and Mocha.
Good. So I have a bit of an issue here that I'm trying to figure out if I'm insane or a weirdo, or if my family and my fiance's family are the weirdos and they just can't get used to it. But I've done something for quite a while, since I was a little baby.
Tell long stories?
No, it's a very short story.
Okay.
I like to talk. I talk quite a bit. So
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll get right to it. So basically, long story short.
You know when you say long story short, it has to be short, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I eat spaghetti, I cut my spaghetti. Everyone takes a fork and a spoon, and I take a fork and a knife, and I scissor cut it to make it smaller.
Yeah.
So I need to know, and I'll take your advice and I'll implement it, but I need to know, should I stop doing this, or is, everyone else in my life, are they wrong? This is okay.
How old are you?
I'm just turned 30, actually.
30. So you eat spaghetti like my 5-year-old.
Yeah, you're 25 years past the point of where you should still be cutting your spaghetti.
Okay.
This is a failure on your parents' part.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
they've allowed this to happen. They see it every single time.
Your parents failed you. Your parents failed you. This is part of the thing that when parents sort of educate their children and prepare them for the real world and the transition of independence and living on your own and standing on your own 2 feet, slapping the back of your head when you're over the age of 5 when you go to cut your spaghetti is part of that process.
Okay.
And your parents did not do that. They failed you.
Okay. What's Maury's opinion?
I don't care. You want Maury's opinion on this?
Well, I mean,
Maury, we all know Maury's parents failed him too.
And he only had one growing up.
Yeah. Do you cut your spaghetti, Maury? Yes. Maury cuts his spaghetti. Yes. No. Yeah.
So when you are, like, let's say outside of a in-home dining experience. If you're out like in a restaurant, like with your fiance or with family or with friends, and you order the spaghetti, are you doing the same thing where you're slicing it in half? You're cutting it up into pieces?
Yeah, most times. I would say 90% of the time, yes.
But
Sometimes
why?
I'll feel
Is it
like
out of habit, or you just don't know how to eat spaghetti properly?
I think I've told myself it's because I don't like the sauce getting dripped on my beard and, all this stuff, but I think it's more habit at this point.
Yeah. It's embarrassing, dude. Honestly, it's embarrassing.
Spaghetti is not meant to be cut up, man.
Yeah.
If you want a smaller pasta, then have penne.
It's easier said than done, though, if they don't make penne, though, right? Like, I'm not going to ask someone to just, hey, can you just, make penne for me while you eat your spaghetti?
Yeah, because even as a grown man, you can't say, can you make me penne? Because I can't eat spaghetti.
Exactly. I know enough that that's not fair.
You got a woman in your life that loves you right now?
Yes.
Hang on to her, man.
Yeah.
Don't let go.
We've been engaged for a little bit now.
Don't let go. You may not find another.
She don't want to commit because the way you eat spaghetti.
Yeah.
No, we're getting married in the summer, so she's locked in then. So I'll change my habits before then.
What does she say about all this?
Oh, exactly that. Like I'm a child and I need to grow up. And but I mean, if that's the only thing I need to do to grow up, then I'm not too far off.
We've only talked about one thing, bro.
Fair enough.
Damn, James.
Right?
That's
hey, listen, James, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a $250 gift card to Metro, okay?
Oh, wow. You buy all the penne you want.
Where you can go in and buy all the penne.
All the macaroni. all the ravioli.
Yes. I'll get the pre-made stuff so it's nice and easy, too.
Oh, my
God. All the lasagna.
Bro.
Like everything except for spaghetti.
You hang on to that fiance of yours, okay? Buy her flowers while you're there, too. They got flowers all over the place.
Will do.
$250 gift card at Metro. Everything you need for over the holidays, like penne.
Yeah.
And self-respect. You can get all of that at Metro.
I hope at your wedding reception they are not serving spaghetti.
There's going to be a couple different pasta options. So, spaghetti will be there. I won't touch it, though.
Wow, James. Anyway, thanks so much. Before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
It's Roz.
Yeah. Wow. Huh?
Even after all that?
Yeah. You know what? We have the same morning bathroom routine. So, and again, that's what my fiance tells me that's also odd. But if Roz does it, it's okay.
So not only do you eat spaghetti like a 5-year-old, but you're also disgusting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't eat on the toilet, but I do sit there for quite a while.
I had a slice of pizza yesterday on the toilet.
Of course you did.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha.
Oh, hey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
What's your name?
Daniela.
Daniela. Is your daughter there?
She is. Aaliyah?
Okay.
Where are you?
While you're getting Aaliyah, Roz, Daniela texted just now and said, "This is for Roz. My daughter loves you, and the only thing she wants is to talk to you."
Oh, how old is she?
She's going to be 11 in 2 weeks.
Perfect.
You have someone on the phone for you who wants to talk to you. Hold on. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Hi, it's Roz from Roz and Mocha. Mocha's here, too.
Hey.
Hey.
What up, girl?
Good, you?
Good. So what's going on? You looking forward to the holidays?
Yeah. And my birthday.
And your birthday. You're turning what, 11?
Yes.
You looking forward to that?
Yeah.
What do you want for your birthday?
I like Lego.
Lego's kind of awesome.
What's your favorite thing to build with Lego?
I like building stores and houses and stuff.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Sweet.
Did you have any questions for Roz? Your mom said that one of the things that you really, really wanted was to be on the phone with Roz. So since he's here, do you have any questions?
No.
Nah, cool.
Okay. Since you're on the radio with us right now, do you want to give a shout out to anyone, any of your friends, anyone in your family?
I'm saying Angela Macy.
There you go.
And Woodbridge.
That's awesome.
I think she's shy because she had tons of questions when we're together.
Aw.
It's no problem.
That's okay. Well, next time you have a list of questions, feel free to text it to us the same way you reached out today, okay?
Okay.
All
right. Aaliyah, love you lots. Happy holidays. And more importantly, happy birthday. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let me tell you about the luckiest guy in Massachusetts.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
This guy named Raymond Roberts, and he played the lottery, okay?
Yeah.
He's a military vet, and his numbers come up, and it's one of those cash for life lotteries, right?
I'm interested in the cash for life lotteries. That seems
Where-
like a good deal to me.
You get $25,000 a year for a minimum of 20 years.
That's
This is
not
for
bad.
this particular lottery in Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
But here's what the guy did. He bought 6 individual tickets.
Okay.
With the exact same numbers. His numbers come up. So he gets 6 $25,000 a
Is that
year
how that works?
cash payout. Yes, because this guy decides to take the lump sum, each one, right? So he gets 6.
Yeah.
5 of them, he takes the lump sum of $390,000, which totals $1.95 million. This is
Okay.
before tax. I don't know what
Yep.
the taxes are in Massachusetts. And then his 6th ticket, he decides to take the $25,000 annual for 20 years.
Right.
But that's the thing, though. Like, he buys 6 individual tickets. So I guess he's allowed to claim all that money, because if it was 6 individuals, they would just be sharing
Right.
the total, right?
No, they don't share the total.
Oh, no, they would
Everybody
each-
would get.
sorry,
they would each
each
get.
one of them would get that cash for
they
life.
They would each get it. That's an interesting lottery where you could have sort of. I guess it's like that's the way it works with those cash for life things.
Yeah.
I don't think that we have anything like that up here. That's interesting though. Somebody would obviously did the math on what works best, because he obviously wants to try to retire or have a sort of larger sum up front, and then realistically,
Like the slow trickle of money coming in?
Like that amount of money is not a lot of money, though. Like you could easily blow through $1.6 million very fast as a lottery winner.
Well, so far, he said he wants to buy a motorcycle.
Okay.
Right? So you're not using all your cash for anything else just yet.
Again, I'm going to tell you that's a red flag right there for a lottery winner. When you win $1.6 million and the first thing you want to buy is a motorcycle, you are not lasting long with that money.
Does it also change how you feel if I told you that his lottery tickets were bought at the liquor store?
Oh, no, I don't judge. I don't judge. That was like last week. I was in the LCBO and I left and the girl was like, see you tomorrow.
No.
Yes. I was like, you don't say that to somebody in the liquor store.
But let me guess, you probably
Right?
like, yeah, see you tomorrow?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I did. Yeah. And also don't, when you go into some places where you go all the time, the coffee shop, everything else, where like you're in there all the time and they're familiar with you and they know your order, right? The thing I appreciate at the LCBO is that when I see the same person, multiple times over multiple visits at the LCBO, they always look surprised at what I'm getting. They're never like, oh, again, you know what I mean?
Oh, because they want to make you feel bad.
They don't want to make you feel bad. They always look surprised. Oh, 8 this time. Like it's always 8, right?
Yeah, do you think they order, because they know you so well, they know what you like, do you think maybe they place a little extra of an order knowing that you're going to come in to make sure that you have, or that they have stock for your arrival?
No, but I have walked through the doors one time at the LCBO and the woman just literally didn't even put her head up to look at me. She went, we moved him to the second shelf. No joke.
Oh, they know you.
No joke.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Watch this video that Vice put together. They have this great series called The Story Of. And they go through different songs that were massive hits that people know right around the world. And they kind of give a background on that song, the making of it, music video, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Tracks that have like really made a cultural impact. And the latest one they did was on a worldwide, like a global hit, #1 song for weeks, and really put this guy on the map. But Sean Paul, Get Busy.
Woman, get busy. Just shake that booty non-stop. When the beat drop, just keep swinging it. Get jiggy. Get drunk up.
If you get a chance, go and watch this video. It's like 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Because I learned a lot. I thought I knew everything about Sean Paul, but I learned a lot about the making of this song.
Right.
For example, this was not supposed to be like a single that the record label wanted to go with. They wanted to go with like Glue, which is, I know, one of your favorite Sean Paul songs.
Yeah.
But because the production for this song was so hot at the time, and other artists were using it at the time as well,
Gotta
they were
jump.
like, we got to switch and we got to do this.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of other things that I learned about Sean Paul in the making of Get Busy. Because anytime somebody says Sean Paul, people always yell out his name the way he does in songs.
Sean Paul.
Exactly.
Right.
Right?
You can't not.
Exactly.
Yes.
Sean Paul say. Sean Paul say.
Right? So he goes into that name, Sean Paul, and how it stuck and the reason behind it
How
all.
did it become Sean Paul?
There's a famous cricketer in Trinidad, Shignarim Shandapal. Everybody was like, Shanda Paul, and yo, that name stuck. And then I just started to say it on intros and met the dude Shanda Paul years later, and he's like, yo. But yeah, big up to Shignarim Shanda Paul.
So he just had the name, this cricketer had the name, and Sean Paul liked saying it, so just started saying it, and then it became his name globally, what we all say when we refer to Sean Paul, the reggae artist.
But that guy's name isn't Sean Paul, though.
No, the other guy, his name is Shonder Paul.
Yeah.
Right?
So is he saying Shonda Paul or is he saying Shonder Paul?
No, he's saying Shonda Paul the way he would say it in the accent of the cricketer. But then it just stuck because people thought that he was talking about himself.
Wait a second.
Do you want to hear the clip again?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to hear him explain it again?
Yeah.
How did it become Sean Paul?
There's a famous cricketer in Trinidad, Shignarim Shandapal. Everybody was like, Shanda Paul, and yo, that name stuck. And then I just started to say it on intros and met the dude Shanda Paul years later, and he's like, yo. But yeah, big up to Shignarim Shanda Paul.
So the cricketer, his last name is Shonder Paul.
Yeah.
But Sean Paul just said it in songs, but in the way that he says it, the way we all say it, the way he says it now in songs. Shonda Paul.
But he's not saying Shonda Paul. He's saying Shonder Paul.
Yes, but what I'm saying is...
He's not saying his own name.
I know that.
Okay.
I get that.
Okay.
But everyone else who didn't know about this cricketer assumed he's talking about himself. So just said Shonda Paul, and it just became Shonda Paul.
Right.
Do you understand?
But he never once said Shonda Paul.
You both are saying the same thing.
All those guys needs.
Mocha's explaining it,
Hold
and
on.
Roz is agreeing with you.
No, I don't think we agree.
Yes, he's not saying his name.
He's not saying his name.
Paul.
No,
He's saying
he was
Sean
saying
Paul.
Shonda Paul, right? And it just became because none of us knew about this Trini cricketer.
Right.
So we all assumed that he was talking about himself.
Right.
So then he then knew that we thought he was talking about himself.
Right.
So then he just took that on and started saying it about himself in his own songs.
But at first
See,
he was
I
not
don't
saying
think,
his name.
I don't think he's ever said it about himself. I think he's only ever said Shonder Paul.
He said it that way first, at the beginning. And then because it became synonymous with the artist Sean Paul, he just kept it going by saying it about himself.
But Roz, in the song,
I don't
he's
think
not
he
saying
says
his
that.
name.
I don't think he says that in that clip. I really don't. I think we have a controversy on our hands.
In the clip, he's
Yes.
giving reference as to where it came from originally.
Right.
What I'm trying to explain
Yes.
is that since then,
Yes.
he's just saying it about himself because he knows globally we all say Shonda Paul.
But I think we're all wrong.
We are.
Well, yeah, we are wrong.
We were wrong.
Originally.
We were
No,
wrong
I think we're
originally.
still wrong is what I'm saying.
Okay, now we got to get in touch with Sean Paul.
Okay?
Taking away that
Because if you
citizenship.
listen to that clip, he only says that it's always been Shonder Paul.
Right. So it started out that way.
And it still is that way.
Sure, but he's acknowledging the fact that people hear it as Shonda Paul.
Which means we're all wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
No, we
yes.
were wrong.
No,
Yeah.
we're
Now-
still wrong.
Now we are right.
No, we're still wrong because it's never been Shonder Paul.
I get what Roz is saying,
It's
but
only
we're-
ever been Shonder Paul.
He's accepted that we thought that, but we've always been, and
We've always
will be
been
wrong.
wrong.
No, you guys are wrong. Anyway.
Shonda Paul.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Jody is, this is a spicy one today. Tell everyone why you're so upset today, Jody.
My husband's ex drives me insane.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Jody, you wrote us this. Here, Razamoka, Fix My Life. I have 3 full-time stepchildren that my husband and I have been raising for almost 5 years, and 3 of my own children. I absolutely hate their mom, and it drives me insane when she calls my husband and tries to get him to talk to her for no reason. Like, who calls their ex on their birthday? It's been almost 9 years. Time to move on. How do I deal with this? I try to not let it bug me, but I literally get so angry. Now, is she calling because you think that she still wants him?
Oh, I absolutely believe that, like, she thinks that if I was not in the picture, she would have him.
What was the circumstances of the breakup? Did he cheat on you? Did he cheat on her with you?
No, not at all. She was cheating and lying and cheating and lying and cheating and lying, and he was trying to make it work. Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay. So she continuously calls, and like for none of the reasons are for the kids, right? Like she just calls to chat? Or is she throwing in those comments or trying to change the conversation while she is talking to him about the kids?
Yeah, that. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but listen, they're still going to have communication, right?
Right, absolutely. And I totally get that.
Yeah. Okay. So what does your husband say about all this?
He says, like, well, that's all she has. You know, she doesn't have anything else. And I think it kind of flatters him a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Listen, you're not mad at the ex. You're mad at your husband.
No.
Yes, you are, because he entertains it. And then when you say, "Yo, what's going on with her?" he justifies it.
He doesn't always entertain it, though. Like sometimes she'll try and reach out, and he doesn't even bother answering.
I know. But when we just asked you, what does your husband say? You said that your husband looks at you and says, "This is all she has," meaning that he is still okay to fulfill that part of her life.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? I don't think you're mad at her. You're mad at your husband.
No, I absolutely no. Like, if you knew the full story, you'd be like, yeah, okay, I get it. Because, like, yeah, it's her. I absolutely can't. She doesn't care about her children, but she acts like she does.
Well, how do you know that?
Through actions speak louder than words, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's been 5 years.
Yeah, but those kids, like, they're going to have those kids forever or for the rest of their lives, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you see the dynamic changing then? What would you like to see happen? Because you can't cut off the communication between the two of them because they have kids together.
They never talk to each other.
Okay, but that's not going to happen.
But we just said that can't
That's not gonna happen.
right?
Yeah.
In your mind, outside of them not having communication, because you know that's impossible, what is the fix? What's the happy medium here?
Strictly about the children and nothing else.
Okay.
Like, he doesn't care about your life, you know?
But does he care about her life?
No, he does not, actually. But he's civil. He's nice. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't want any issues because he doesn't want to pay for lawyers and all that
Of
stuff.
course.
Right? So, yeah, exactly.
That makes
It
sense.
So he sits
right?
there and he
Yeah,
listens
absolutely.
to her talking.
Just through texting. He doesn't actually, like, visit her.
Okay, so it's texting then that's bothering you because you don't know necessarily what's happening between the two of them or what's being said, right?
Sure.
So open that up.
What do you mean?
Why don't you know what your husband is texting his ex-wife?
Well, I do. I read it.
Does he know you read it?
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Nah, no, he doesn't. Not all the time. You're checking every day, and he thinks every now and then.
No. It's literally every now and then because it almost never happens.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to go back because I think that you're actually pissed at your husband and you're not pissed at this woman. Because in a perfect world, you said that she just wouldn't exist. That's not going to happen. There is no solution other than keeping it just about the children. When you say this to your husband's reaction to that is, well, this is all she has. So he's willing to tolerate it.
Yeah, to be civil. Yeah.
Right. You're not willing to tolerate it. The dispute is between you and your husband, not between you and his ex.
Okay.
Everything that you've just said right now is not an issue with the ex. You want the ex to never speak again. That's not going to happen. So all of this stuff that's making you angry, yeah, sure, you're angry that she's still calling and everything else, but the issue is between you and your husband.
Okay, so how do I fix that then?
Conversation.
Yeah.
I've been honest. I tell him exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
what does he say?
And what does he say?
I think he's just listening.
Yeah. Maybe like, do you ever think that maybe this is something that you have to live with because of the sort of life dynamic that you guys have built?
Yeah.
So I think
probably.
that's the solution.
Just live with it.
Learn to live with
That's
it.
what I thought.
Learn to
That's
live
what
with
I
it.
thought.
Because your ultimate solution to all of this is to have her out of the picture. That's not
Yeah.
going to happen. So
I love that.
the other solution is you got to learn to live with it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, That makes sense. Finding the peace, right? Like, 'cause I don't like that it makes me angry. I'd rather just be okay with it, but I'm trying to figure out how to be okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, so yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely.
And I think it's worth telling your husband, hey, listen, I've come to the realization that maybe my problem isn't so much with her, but it's with you and how you react to her. That's what angers me.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Jody.
Thank you.
All right, Jody.
Later, girl.
You take care.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Stuffed up today.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean,
You gonna be okay for the next couple of minutes?
Yeah, just like
This is the last thing on our list.
I know. True. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Aha!
Let's do the news.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
Elon Musk tweeting, I will resign as CEO of Twitter as soon as I find someone foolish enough to take the job. After that, I will just run the software and servers teams.
He's just going to be a manager?
I guess. I don't know what that.
Also, who's going to want to take the job after he says that?
I know. That's a
Like
wild.
I was the foolish one?
Yeah.
I was
guess.
foolish enough to take the job?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or is he trying to be funny?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. I think it's always his way. A French hospital was partially evacuated after a senior citizen arrived with a World War I artillery shell lodged in his rectum. The 88-year-old patient showed up to have the antique explosive removed, but instead sparked a bomb scare. Bomb disposal experts at the scene determined there was little possibility that the shell would explode while inside the man. Stunned doctors subsequently began the process of trying to remove the object, which measured almost 8 inches long and more than 2 inches wide. They say one doctor says we're used to finding unusual objects where they shouldn't be. An apple, a mango, or even a can of shaving cream, but never a bomb. Medics were forced to take the elderly man into surgery, cutting open his abdomen in order to remove the shell.
Oh, my God.
According to the hospital, the man is now in good health and is expected to make a full recovery from the surgery.
Great.
Do you want to see what a picture of it looks like? You don't? At all?
No.
No? Okay. Looks like a giant bullet.
No, I don't want to.
Okay,
No.
but only like from the
Okay, I get it.
1920s.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
It's huge.
Yeah. Bomb scare. Bomb scare. James Cameron talking a lot of stuff about a lot of things, man. So
God, and he's always angry about stuff.
He's always angry. But even when he's excited, he's still angry. So he just did an appearance on the Smartless podcast where he talked about the idea of rebooting the Terminator franchise.
What?
Yeah.
If I were to do another Terminator film and maybe try to launch that franchise again, which is in discussion, but nothing's been decided, I would make it much more about the AI side of it than kind of bad robots gone crazy.
Please
you
do.
know?
I mean, is Terminator really AI? I mean, I know that's sort of the way the world is going, but
Yeah, no, I'm good.
right.
Just
We didn't
leave the
believe he was
classics
real.
where they are.
Right. Thank you. I would say leave the classics exactly where they are. A French hospital was partially evacuated after a senior citizen arrived with a World War I artillery shell lodged in his rectum.
Do you have a picture?
Did I do this one already?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
You know, as you're saying that, I'm
Yeah.
clenching right now.
Yes. Yes. Stunned doctors subsequently began the process of trying to remove the object, which measured almost 8 inches long and more than 2 inches
Great.
wide.
Listen.
Did I
the
do
man's
this? I did this. I did it okay.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
A-okay.
yeah. They
He's
cut open
A-okay.
his
That's good.
abdomen.
He's A-okay.
I'm glad to hear that.
He's
8
fine.
inches
Yeah.
long,
Fine.
2 inches wide.
He's fine.
You said the story.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know if
But
you
you
heard
didn't
or
show
not.
us a picture.
I didn't know if you heard or not. TikTok has added a new feature for its For You page that will give users a brief explanation of why a video was recommended to their feeds. TikTok said that while technical models power its recommendation system, the company is paring down some of those details into easily digestible reasons. After removing the object from the man's stomach, which measured 8 inches. What?
You're such a...
What? Oh, my screen jumped. I'm sorry.
You're such a jerk.
Sorry, I got to go back find that TikTok story.
No, I bet that wasn't even a real story.
My
I
bad.
bet.
No, it is a real
You're
story.
making words up now.
Quote, this feature is one of many ways we are working on bringing meaningful transparency to the people who use our platforms. We're used to finding objects in places where they don't belong, said one doctor. An apple, a mango, or even a can of shaving cream, but never a bomb.
Yeah.
God, I'm back on this story. I don't know what the hell's going on over here with the news. It's all jumbled up.
So I just texted the greatest line.
Yeah.
925-555. Someone goes,
Right.
Sounds more like a bum scare.
Can I just do the weather really quickly before we go?
I already said the weather.
I
No,
know.
this is a troll job.
It's not a troll job. No, because there's an Environment Canada warning about travel for this weekend.
Okay, go.
Environment Canada says they were used to finding unusual objects where they shouldn't be.
Yo,
An
I
apple, a
hate you.
mango,
I hate you
or even a can of shaving cream.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The story of Matt Damon and Avatar is real interesting, man, because what James Cameron had originally offered Matt Damon to be in Avatar was incredible. And we'll listen to Matt Damon tell this story, but imagine being Matt Damon and having the title of an actor who walked away from $250 million. Listen to this.
Another time I made a moral decision was when I was offered a little movie called Avatar. I turned down, and I will go down in history as the person, because Jim Cameron called me, he offered me 10% of Avatar.
Oh, God. Oh, no!
You will never meet an actor who turned down more money than me. He goes, if you don't, he goes, this movie doesn't need you. It doesn't need a movie star at all. He goes, the movie's the star. The idea is the star. But if you do it, I'll give you 10% of the movie.
Oh, my God.
So, but I was in the middle of shooting The Bourne Ultimatum, and he wanted to shoot during our post-production, and we always needed more work in our post-production, and I needed to be around. I needed to be available to do more work in our post-production. And for moral reasons, I told him I couldn't walk away from this thing that I'd spent all these years doing, and he really celebrated that decision. So at least I got a pat on the back from Jim Cameron.
Has anyone done the math on how much Matt Damon would have made?
$250 million.
250 on
10%.
On the 10%?
$250 million.
On the billions? Oh,
yeah, $250 million. Here is James Cameron talking about Matt Damon.
When was the last time you had a conversation with Matt Damon?
He's beating himself up over this, and I really think, Matt, you're kind of like one of the biggest movie stars in the world. Get over it. But he had to do another Bourne film, which was on his runway, and there's nothing he could do about that, and so he had to regretfully decline.
If I cross my fingers, could we have a Matt Damon cameo just at the very end?
We must do it. We have to do it so that the world is in equilibrium again. But he doesn't get 10% for that.
No, in your face, Matt. In your face.
10%.
Yeah, do you think there's a chance, because Cameron shot Avatar 2 and 3 at the same time, will we see maybe Matt Damon?
No.
In Avatar 3?
No, I highly, highly doubt it. Edie Falco, who was in Avatar 2, shot it so long ago.
Carmela Soprano?
Yeah, she thought that it already came out. Listen to this.
People are losing their minds over this movie. Did you see the first one, and did you think that you would be in such an epic film?
No, and no. I saw the first one when it was out. That's going back some time. And the second Avatar, the one's coming out, I shot, I think, 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So, and then I've been busy, I'm doing stuff, and then somebody mentioned Avatar, and I thought, I guess it came out and didn't do very well, because I didn't hear anything. So I bet it happens, And then somebody recently said, Avatar is coming out. So, it hasn't come out yet? Like,
they don't even tell you anything.
I will, no, they don't, and I will never work again because I said that. But
She thought Avatar came out already and was a flop.
And flopped.
Yeah.
Damn.
You believe that? Like, how busy are you that you don't know that Avatar isn't released yet?
And don't you have people in your life, like agents or whatever,
No.
to tell you,
some
hey,
people don't care.
by the way?
No, some people don't care.
Or she just got the check and she dipped.
Yeah, that's it. That's really
Well, she
it.
must know it's now out.
Yes, well, now she's got to do a bunch of press for it, right?
Carmela Soprano move right there.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Amber Heard will pay Johnny Depp $1 million to settle their long-running legal battle in which they had each accused each other of domestic violence. The dollar figure is significantly reduced from the $8.35 million she was ordered to pay after the trial back earlier in the year. The payment is expected to come from her insurance carrier. In a statement, Johnny Depp's attorney said that he would donate that $1 million to charity. His attorneys have previously said that the case was, quote, never about the money for Johnny Depp. And in her own statement, Amber said that she, quote, has lost faith in the American legal system. She also said that the settlement spares her the ordeal of further litigation and allows her to finally, quote, emancipate herself from their marriage.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So yesterday it was single-use plastics that we all found out were going to be on their way out very soon. And then Tim Hortons debuted their wooden fork and their new cup lids.
What's
which
a cup lid?
I think are paper.
They are?
Like that same stuff. Like, you know, the hard cardboard kind of thing like egg cartons are made out of? Is what it looks like to me. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Not on my Tim Hortons yet.
No?
I went to Tim's this morning. They still give me plastic.
Okay.
Whatever.
Now it's cars. So the government is saying that 1/5 of all passenger cars, SUVs, and trucks sold in Canada by 2026 will need to be run on electricity under new regulations set out by the Environment Ministry yesterday. So that is 1/5. By 2030, the mandate is going to be 60% of all sales. And then by 2035, every passenger vehicle sold in Canada will need to be electric.
By when?
2035.
Wow. Okay.
Manufacturers or importers who don't meet sales targets could face penalties under the Canadian Environmental Protection Act. Canada still has a very long way to go before reaching its target. In the first 6 months of this year, electric vehicle sales, including fully electric and plug-in hybrids, made up just 7.2% of new car registrations. And for fall 2021, that number was 5.2%. So they got a long way to go.
Are they, I don't know, I haven't looked into this, but are builders now for homes and or condos, apartments, whatever, right? For parking, are they installing? Can you have the option of having a plug-in for your electric vehicle?
I believe you can, but you pay for it.
No, absolutely. Yeah. But
People have done that in my building, and they had to pay for it.
Yeah, you gotta pay for it, right? But man, like when they have to switch, there's gonna be so many. Like, right, the people who have them right now are people who want them, right?
It's when you have to force.
I'm just wondering, when you are, when you are forced, or there is no other option, like you need an SUV and the only one available is that. Like, I'm just wondering, the irresponsible people haven't yet got into the world of EVs yet. Like Catherine, my fiance, right? She texts me pictures all the time when she's in her car, where she tries to figure out how long she can go on empty, because her car now tells you how many kilometers you have before the car will shut down. And she'll text me pictures that like you have 2% left or 2 kilometers left. Right?
You know,
there's going to be cars all over the place for irresponsible people who leave the house and are like, oh, I forgot to charge, because it's not like going to a gas station. Like when your car runs out of battery, you got to sit. Like the car has to sit and charge. It's not 4 minutes at a gas station, right? Like there's going to be people who don't have that kind of time in their day who are going to risk it.
Maybe someone can answer this. 925-555, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, is there such thing, because I don't have an electric vehicle, I haven't done any research, right?
No, me neither.
But is there such thing as a quick charge? So like maybe 5 minutes will give you X amount so that you could get to safely.
But you have to then get to a charger.
There's charging stations all over.
That's not true.
I was in a Tesla like for an Uber, and he was telling me there's charging stations all over, and you could do quick charges. And everything.
That's so it's not true. Also, you have to pay for that. But what they're saying is that parking garages are going to have charging stations. So if you need to charge, you then have to pay for parking, whether you need it or not. Like you'll have to go to a parking garage.
Well, I'm sure it's gonna. Hey, Maury, can you see us on the phone? Maybe that person has an answer.
I don't know.
But I'm sure as we get closer to that time where more electric vehicles are needed, there's going to be more charging stations available.
I know. But
readily available.
The reality of, somebody's first car is now going to be some sort of $70,000, electric vehicle is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's because the price isn't going to come down on them
right.
at all. Come and take my car.
There are 5,000 electric vehicle charging stations across Canada.
Yeah, that's not a
that's
lot,
not
Maureen.
a lot? Now, how many gas stations are across Canada?
That's not a lot.
5,000?
That is not
I thought
a
you
lot
were
of
going to say
charging
in just like
stations.
one city. I could see if it was in one city across Canada.
Yeah, that is not a lot.
We got to be all electric by 2035? Yo, start building, y'all.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play you this because I don't really know who any of these people are. I mean, I know who Piper Perabo is because she's in Yellowstone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I got to play you this clip of Brandy Glanville. Who's that? Where do I know her from?
Oh, she's one of the Real Housewives, right?
Ah, okay. And so
I've heard. Not that I've
And so her ex-husband, Eddie Cibrian. You know who that guy is?
Yes. He
An
used to
actor?
be a soap actor, right?
Right.
Shem?
Yep.
Not that I know, just I've heard.
Brandy left Eddie in 2010 after Eddie had an affair with Leanne Rimes. We all know that story. Scandal.
Trifling.
However, in a new interview with Brandy Glanville, she's saying that before 2010, before the affair with Leanne Rimes, her husband had an affair with Piper Perabo when they were filming a movie together. Listen to
I
this.
don't like Piper, whatever she's been.
Oh. Wait, you don't like her on screen or you don't like her as a person?
I don't like her as a person. And
what inspired that?
Oh, because I think she my husband.
Damn.
Excuse me?
Well, they did a movie together and Mason was 1 year old, and I went to the set. It was in another country, Romania, I think, and she was a horrible to me, and she was flirting with Eddie like right in front of me. They were like, I was like, am I here? Am I the only person? Like, what is happening? And I left, and then I had made friends on set, and I heard a lot of things. And then it's kind of ironic that she was in Coyote Ugly with Leanne. I'm like, oh gosh, they shared the same D.
Oh, wow.
They had the poster up in their house for a while. I'm like, you might want to take that down, girl. When he got home, I'm like, I'm leaving, blah, blah. Like, I'm out. And he convinced me that it wasn't true. And we had a 1 year old son, and he's the love of my life at the time. And, there was a lot of convincing me of things that, oh, you're just crazy. You're just jealous. That whole deal. And I'm like, all right, I was in love. Like, I was blindly in love with the man.
Now, Eddie has broken his silence on these new cheating allegations, saying, I'm sad I have to address this. I really believe that we'd come a long way. But this was untrue 19 years ago, and it's untrue now. Just because someone thinks something might be true does not make it true. This is all so unnecessary. Fun times at the Christmas table await.
That's a lot of words, but you didn't deny anything. You didn't say,
Well, he said
I didn't
it.
do any of this stuff.
Well, he said it was untrue then, it's untrue now. But also, she brings up a great point, which is Leanne Rimes, who's his current, and Piper Perabo, who was his previous, apparently, were in Coyote Ugly together.
It's a lot of drama.
It's a lot of drama.
Christmas.
For I don't know who any of these people are.
But you're into it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Google is finally at a place where they are panicking over competition. So over the past 3 decades, a handful of products like Netscape's web browser, Google's search engine, Apple's iPhone have truly upended the tech industry and made what came before them look like dinosaurs. 3 weeks ago, an experimental chatbot called ChatGPT made its case to be the industry's next big disruptor. It can serve up information in clear, simple sentences rather than just a list of internet links. It can explain concepts in ways people can easily understand. It can even generate ideas from scratch, including business strategies, Christmas gift suggestions, blog topics, or vacation plans.
What?
So think Super Google. What should I get my mom for Christmas? And then this thing you put in, based on all the information that it knows about you and it knows about the world, it can come up with a list of things to get instead of just web links where you have to do all the work. If you're like, I have to do a presentation on whatever, it can build the presentation for you.
Yo, that's kind of scary.
Although ChatGPT still has plenty of room for improvement, they say, its release led Google's management to declare a code red. For Google, this is akin to pulling the fire alarm. Some fear the company may be approaching a moment that the biggest, really one of the biggest companies in the world has dreaded for years, the arrival of an enormous technological change that could upend their entire business. Google has been Google and owned the world for the better part of 20 years. And then all of a sudden, this new chatbot technology is being released and it will change everything. Everything.
On their website, they give like an example of how somebody may use ChatGPT.
Okay.
So like if you're in the tech industry and it says this code is not working like I expect, how do I fix it? And when you hit enter, the results you get is how to fix this, I guess, based on what you're asking, the code, it gives you the answer. Here's how to fix it.
Yeah.
And it's just all code, right? It's all code.
Yeah. But it gives you the code. I know. I know. I'm with you, Maury. I'm
This
with
is
you.
scary.
It needs a way better name. ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Like what is that?
Like what are you gonna like? How do you short form
It's like-
that? How do you use that?
You say Google it, but you're not going to go Chat GPT it.
I know. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I'm sure that it'll come up with some sort of cool name. I think ChatGPT is more the technology behind it or something, but I don't know. But I'm with you. It needs a much cooler name.
Why doesn't ChatGPT buy the name Ask Jeeves?
Yeah, I'm sure it's available. Could you imagine if this was the resurgence of Ask Jeeves? Jeeves has just been sitting here for 25 years, just waiting.
I'm back.
Right?
It's like when Jarvis turned into Ultron.
Yeah, first of all, we're not going to explain Ask Jeeves. Feel free to Google it.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Toronto man who flagged down a very real-looking taxi is speaking out after he had his debit card swiped at the end of the ride. So he got into a cab with his wife. They were headed home after a party. He offered to pay cash because he said that he and his wife always have cash. And the cab driver is like, hey, in COVID times, people aren't handling cash and drivers are targets for robbery. Do you have a card? So this guy's like, yeah, I have my Visa. And then he handed him an old terminal that didn't have a tap on it. So he put his card in. The card read error. He gave the whole thing back to the driver. The card that the driver gave back to the guy was not his card. That's the old scam, right? So you give your card to the driver and in a split second, they reach into a bag or a box or whatever it is, and they pull out a very look good, like if you give them a Visa, they will give you back a Visa that's not your Visa and it doesn't work. And then they go on their way and use your card. But the problem with this story, it's not that this scam is happening inside a cab. It's just that the cab that this guy got in was stolen.
Oh, an actual, like a
So
cab.
somebody stole a Beck taxi a while ago, and they're using it as a Beck taxi to rip off customers.
But don't all these taxis have, oh man, I was going to say GPS, but like if you stole that taxi, I'm sure you know how to get rid of the GPS on it.
How do you find it? So that's the problem now, is they're now trying to find a cab that looks like every other cab.
Because it is like every other cab.
It is a cab.
Oh, that sucks. So I guess the point is, if you're using a cab and you got to pay by card, do not let your card out of your sight.
They should release the cab number.
They have
say if you, to like but tweet it out, like tell the world if you see cab number 1323, don't get in it.
But they don't know if that's still the number on the side of the cab.
What if the person
you can just change those are
replace
stickers.
those numbers, man?
No, but they also have the taxi license plate, like the
Easy to fake.
Who checks? What are you sit in the front?
No,
and read
it's
it,
on the
put your
back of the
glasses
car.
on?
It's on the back of the car.
I know, but more people aren't checking these things though. And how do you verify that? So you get into a cab that says 1278, right? You look at the thing in the front, it says 1278. Are you going to be like, hey, I need to see more proof? Like,
I guess the rule, like,
I don't know, but that's crazy.
They don't have tap get out.
I've never heard of somebody stealing a taxi and using it as a taxi before.
But apparently, I saw an interview on this. It's not just the one. This fake cab has been doing this to multiple people.
That's what I mean. It's a thing, right? Like, I figured you steal a taxi and you just use it as a car, right? Like, you repaint it and you do whatever. But I never figured you steal a taxi and use it as a taxi.
And one of the victims was a politician.
Yeah, I know.
Still looks like a cab. It's like when you see like a police car.
Yeah.
Right? But it's been, it's been like auctioned off or whatever to a civilian.
I know. Still has those steel wheels on it and everything.
My brother Ari has that.
Yeah, it's so, I know. The Grand, what was it? The Grand what? It was those police cars. It was the
actual car. No, wasn't it a Ford Taurus?
No, it was a Ford Taurus for a while, but it was the Grand something or other was a police car. Very popular police cars.
Those Tauruses, though, that they've auctioned off and people just regular civilians buy.
Yeah.
Throws me off all the
I know, and I hate when I see it driving behind me.
All the time, because then you just drive the speed limit. Everyone around you drives
the
speed
limit. If you buy
limit.
an old police car, you should be forced to paint it pink.
Crown Victoria.
Crown Victoria. That's what it was. Thank you, Maury. The Crown Victoria.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson took to Twitter yesterday to share a statement. He said, my passionate friends, I wanted to give you a long-awaited Black Adam update regarding the character's future in the DC universe. James Gunn and I connected, and Black Adam will not be in their first chapter of storytelling. However, DC and $7 have agreed to continue exploring the most valiant ways Black Adam can be utilized in the future DC multiverse chapters. And James Gunn replied to that saying, can't wait to collaborate soon. So it is looking like all those rumors are true and that Black Adam is done. There will be no sequel.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Pascal Siakam had a hell of a night last night. Jesus.
Yes.
Became the fifth player in Raptors history to score 50 or more points in a game.
Yes, Pascal.
Ended the
helping the Raptors, man.
Ended the Knicks winning streak. Siakam finished with our losing streak, which was the longest in a decade, too. Ended up with 52 points. Raps win 113-106. The other Raptors who have scored 50 or more in a game. Fred VanVleet.
Yes.
54 points. DeMar DeRozan, 52 points.
Miss you, dog.
Vince Carter, 51 points. Any idea who the fourth was?
Oh, I know.
Don't say Jeremy Lin.
No. Any idea, Mocha, who that fourth was?
Is it the GOAT, Kyle?
Nope.
Kyle Lowry?
Nope.
The guy that we lost.
Wait, hold on.
You won't know, Maury.
Damon Stoudemire.
No.
Mighty Mouse.
Terrence Ross.
51,
oh my
right?
God.
Yeah,
Terrence Ross?
51 points.
Now that is a name I hadn't heard in forever.
Siakam's previous career high was 44, so that is a big jump. And probably the most impressive stat, even though 52 is an incredible number. Since Madison Square Garden reopened in 1968, only 2 visiting players have ever recorded a 50-point game.
Incredible.
Pascal Siakam did it last night.
Yeah.
LeBron James did it in 2009.
LeBron James. One of the greatest.
James.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, Pearson Airport, what a mess. Delays. People can't get their luggage. And this has been going on for a while. And now it's just kind of convenient because the weather's like really affecting it. So they can say it's the weather.
Yeah.
Because weather out west was real terrible. And, when you get places like Vancouver or Victoria that got a foot of snow, like they don't even have snowplows out there, right? Mm-hmm. There's like one guy, like, oh my God, where's Doug? You know what I mean? Like, it's one
Doug's
guy.
like, yo, I'm on holidays.
Yeah, bro, what are you going to do? I left the keys, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Y'all know how to start it?
Yeah. So Air Canada said that they expect 2.23 million people are set to fly between yesterday and January 8th, but that storm is going to be wreaking havoc over the next couple of days. On Sunday, this previous Sunday, frustrated passengers were captured on camera chanting out, like just calling out Sunwing and all the other airlines for baggage delays. A statement from Air Canada suggests nearly 600 flights have not been completed over the last couple of days, while WestJet said 68 flights have so far been canceled. That is as of yesterday, and a number that is expected to rise throughout the next couple of days. Here's a montage of angry passengers at Pearson.
You Sunway!
Oh, boy.
Let's go! Boom, canceled on the board, across the board. And now they have 0 answers for us. We're traveling with 10 people, 2 babies. I've had a lot of cries in the airport. It's been awful. Because of Christmas, money, it's awful.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. And you're not getting a clear explanation as to why this is happening.
Oh, it depends. If you talk to someone for 5 minutes, they'll tell you it's maintenance, they'll tell you it's weather.
We have been canceled twice now. So it's just, very upsetting, very disappointing, not only for us, but everyone else flying on the airline.
There was like a whole group of us, and we're supposed to go, but it just ended up canceling last minute.
Did they give any explanation?
It's delayed until tomorrow. Yeah. The flight comes from Vancouver.
Yeah.
But because of the storm, it couldn't come.
I've been on the phone for at least 15 hours over the past few days trying to talk to Air Canada and Delta like that, but it doesn't seem like anyone really cares about where my bag is or getting it to me. I've explained to them, it has medicine in it. It just feels pretty disrespectful the way that it's been handled by them.
Who checks medicine? First of all, dingbat. Okay, don't put medicine in your check bag.
Maybe they needed it for their kids.
Yeah, carry on.
Do they allow that?
Medicine? Of course they do.
I don't know, man.
Have to allow that.
Of
People
course
need to
they
take
do.
it.
Of course they do.
They're pretty...
No, you can bring medicine on.
Can you?
Yeah. What, is she bringing a liter of medicine? No.
I don't know.
You have to bring your meds.
Right. Also, it has been, I don't think I've checked a bag in about 12 years.
Mm.
And I travel with suits, tuxedo,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Check bag, never. I never, who checks a bag?
The last
depends on
few
how long
times-
you're going for.
No, I've gone for a week. I've gone for somewhere for a week and a half and I don't check a bag.
The last 5 or so, actually longer than that, maybe 10 years now.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I watched a YouTube video
Yeah.
on, I think it's called military
Oh, yeah,
packing or
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Where you roll up your
Roll
clothes,
everything.
Your T-shirts and jeans.
Yes.
Like pants.
I've been rolling for years.
Yeah. And so I started doing that
Yeah.
and with carry-on. Oh, the
Wait,
best.
how do you, so you
And
roll
packing
everything
cubes.
and it
Everything
makes
gets rolled.
It gets folded a certain way,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then rolled and tucked into itself. It's
Yeah.
it's like
You got to teach me how to do this.
YouTube,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, YouTube. But yeah, I haven't checked a bag in, my God, 12 years, I think, maybe
Yeah,
something like
it's
that.
great.
Yeah.
And utilize packing cubes.
Oh!
The best.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas is still a cash cow. So this is still from a report from 2017 from The Economist, but it's still pulling in $2 million a year, they say.
Wow.
Just on spins and sales and everything else. Back then in 2017, they had said it was $2.5 million a year. And since 1994, that one song alone has earned a whopping $60 million just in royalties.
For her?
Wow.
Or for does she get all of that?
Who wrote it?
She wrote it.
Did she write it?
Yeah.
Who wrote the music?
Oh, I don't know, but I know she wrote the lyrics.
So if
We
she wrote
talked
the
about
lyrics, so yeah, then it's split. Producers get a little bit. She would get the lion's share if she's the writer, though. The whoever wrote the song gets the most.
that. Well, she deserves every penny.
Does she though? Yeah,
For that
it's
song,
great.
I
It's a
think so.
classic. I mean, you write a classic. I hope people get paid for classics. Believe me, there's a lot of Christmas songs I'm sure that we listen to that are
Well, she has to
that
pay for her
where
winter
people
getaway
are
to
not
Aspen.
where people are not making a dime off them because these songs are recorded at a time when you just showed up and somebody was like, okay, go in that room, and then you sign your life away, and somebody else, some anonymous family trust has been making all the money for 45, 50 years.
Yeah, it was Mariah Carey and another guy that wrote the song.
There you go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
H&M has decided to pull their merchandise featuring Justin Bieber after he called it trash. Although H&M said that they did follow proper approval procedures. That was in a statement to Ford. They say, out of respect for the collaboration and Justin Bieber, we have removed the garments from our stores and online. Because I guess that they did actually work together. Like H&M previously sold merch promoting Bieber's Purpose Tour back in 2016, as well as Justin Bieber's Stadium Tour in 2017, which Justin was on board for. He promoted it on his social media. But then he came out with his own clothing line and all this stuff. Like, I don't, if H&M did in fact go through all the proper procedures and they bought the picture and the rights and the everything else, I sort of think that this is like an abuse of power on Justin Bieber's part. To try,
but if it's his picture and he doesn't like it,
but who cares? But he doesn't own it, though. That's the problem.
But at the end of the day, it's his image.
Of course, but to use his platform to try and to say don't buy something. You know what I mean? To try and take a company down. I don't know. To me, it seems a little suspect. Not that I wouldn't myself, but it just seems a little. It seems a little. It seems a little suspect.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Dolly Parton recorded a song. I guess. Do people still do time capsules? Like, did you guys do time capsules when you were in school at all?
No.
You guys never did a time capsule?
Did you?
We did a time capsule. Yeah.
Did you ever do one with your family?
No, that's weird. That's like some culty stuff, more. Who does that with their family?
So what did you do?
You know what I mean?
Can remember.
That's like no.
What did you put in your time
families who do, I don't know, it's just a bunch of junk from school. I don't know, like cassette tapes and whatever else. But
did they ever dig it up?
No, because it's not supposed to happen. You don't dig it up until years from now, even.
So you're going to get the gang all together?
No, I don't even know where it is.
Your classmates?
No, they probably built a new gymnasium over top of it or something like that. We were just like a bunch of knucklehead kids and one weird teacher who was like, let's do a time capsule.
Yeah.
The thing probably eroded. There's nothing left in it, I'm sure. It wasn't in some sort of container. I think we just buried it in the schoolyard.
Oh,
Right?
like not wrapped in anything?
Yeah, no, it is.
Like
We
even
just
in like
didn't
a
dig
shoebox or
We
something?
didn't dig a hole and start throwing like, textbooks in it. Like it was in a box, like some sort of thing.
okay, yeah.
I just don't know what kind of thing it was in.
Call the gang. Get
I'm
them all
not.
together.
I don't have the gang. I don't even know who that was. It was in
You
like
don't
grade
remember
5.
Did you write about this in your book?
No, Maury. If you read my book, you would know I didn't. Anyway, Dolly Parton wrote a song for a time capsule, and they put it in the time capsule. And you got to hear Dolly tell the story, because the problem is that she's kind of pissed off because it's a really good song that nobody will be able to hear until years from now.
I have written a song that nobody's going to hear till I'm 99 years old, and I might be there, I might not be, but it's when we did Dollywood, when we reworked that, and we put it in a time capsule to be open and whatever.
Kind of honor the old opening, yeah.
And so, and I put all the things that had to do with the times. I put a cassette player, and I put all the CD player. I put stuff all in this box that if it would preserve it to how we played those, at the time. But I put that in the box. But I had to write this song that nobody was going to hear till then. And I tell you have no idea how that has bothered me. I want to go dig that up so bad.
I know.
And think, well, I need to use that song because it's like, and it's a really good song. But yes, I have a song that's buried that nobody's going to hear till I don't know whose damn idea that was.
Yeah, you're like, I'm like, when's the cutoff? Is there a date? Do you know? We need to find the date till we get to unearth it.
So I'm 76, and it's when I'm 99 years old.
It is when you're 99?
Yeah, I'd be 99 years old when they open it. Yeah.
God, you got like a lot more time to wait for that
I
one.
know.
23 years ago
They
to
weren't
wait.
expecting me to be there at all, and I
that's just rude.
probably won't be.
That's just rude.
But I mean, I'm just saying I might be there. Who knows?
2045 is when we get to hear that new Dolly track.
wait.
2045.
Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So the story was that Leonardo DiCaprio and Gigi Hadid were a thing, and everybody's like, whoa, she's over 25. How'd that happen? Until last night, when Leonardo DiCaprio was seen getting into a car after dinner at a restaurant with Victoria Lamas, daughter of Lorenzo Lamas. Victoria Lamas, who is an aspiring actor, 23 years old, born 2 years after Titanic was released. While sources close to the star say that they are not together, people were like, whoa, yeah, but you guys got in a car together. They also said that that dinner was a large group of people that all got together. However, yes, they did leave together.
Carpool.
Yeah, maybe, right? The environment. He's very much into that, right? Can't hate on that. Saving the environment. Jump in a car with a 23-year-old. It's, Leo's doing his part, right? What was Lorenzo Lamas famous for? What was that show he did? Was it Jag? No, he wasn't in Jag. Lorenzo Lamas was
Is he a soap opera?
No, maybe, but he also, I think he did a show. I think he did a macho show where he was
Falcon Crest, wasn't it?
No, he was in that.
Renegade.
Renegade, thank you, Maury. That's
and
what
he was
it was.
in Greece.
He was in Greece?
Apparently.
Who was he in Greece?
But Shem's right. He was also in Falcon Crest.
Yeah, no, I know, but he did a tough guy show, which was Renegade. You ever saw Renegade? No.
I don't even know what a Lorenzo Lamas is.
No, you don't? You never seen Lorenzo Lamas? Oh, he's hot.
He is.
Yeah.
His long hair.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Volodymyr Zelensky was at the White House yesterday. Showed up for a meeting with Biden. And it was interesting because he didn't wear a suit. It was like he went from the bunker in Kyiv and flew straight to D.C. Like he was still wearing his like military green sweatshirt.
Looking like Rambo.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like I think it's like
showed up ready to fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, and I don't know whether that's just like keeping up appearances. Like, guys, I'm far too busy with war to put a suit on.
I think that's what it is.
You think that's what it was?
Yeah.
Because he would have had time to change and everything.
Yeah. But that's all that we see him in. So he had to keep it up.
And
kicking ass, taking names.
Yeah. And so Joe Biden has decided to give Volodymyr Zelensky and Ukraine the most advanced air defense weapon that the U.S. has in its arsenal, which, of course, is the Patriot missile system. Officials said yesterday, marking the most significant addition to American military support for Ukraine. The Patriot package will include a nearly $2 billion worth of weapons that the Biden administration unveiled yesterday. And in response, Putin, who did not take kindly to the fact that he was going to be meeting with Biden, said that he has no problem unleashing the Satan II nuke missile within weeks. Is this not the most, like, if you were watching a movie in the 80s, right? And it was like on the brink of nuclear war, right? The U.S. would have something called the Patriot missile, and the USSR would have something called the Satan II. Like, it just sounds so made up to me.
I know.
Like, the whole thing is just so ridiculous.
But this is real life.
The world-ending missile can blast targets at almost 16,000 miles per hour, meaning that it has the potential to obliterate the entire UK 1,600 miles away in less than 6 minutes, is what they say. And it can break through any defense system, claims Vladimir Putin. Anyway.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Often I have been described as having a body that is much like a wonderland.
I have said this.
Thank you, Maury. But John Mayer really built his career off this one track that was just so monster at the time. And there was a lot of speculation as to whose body was in fact a wonderland. Because at the time, he was dating some very famous women.
Mm-hmm. Well, now we know it's you.
And much like Taylor Swift, John Mayer has never said whose body was in fact a wonderland. But sitting down with the Call Her Daddy podcast, this comes up, and John actually, for the very first time, responds to whose body was in fact a wonderland.
You were dating someone at the time that you're writing this iconic song, which
No, I wasn't.
You weren't?
No, that was about my first girlfriend.
Wait,
that was about the feeling, which I think was already sort of nostalgic. I was 21 when I wrote that song, and I was nostalgic for being 16.
I thought it was about a different
No,
celebrity.
that's one of those things where people just sort of form that idea. It gets reinforced over the years. No. I had never met a celebrity when I wrote that song.
Wait, and did your high school girlfriend know you wrote that about her?
That's a good question. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she didn't.
To this day?
To this day, maybe she didn't. Yeah. So if you were my one and only high school girlfriend, that was actually about you.
God, the pressure on that woman, huh? You know what I mean? She doesn't even have to come forward. Like, people will find out who that is. Right? What kind of?
They've probably known by now.
What kind of pressure are you putting on her? Like some civilian girl? Like, who knows what her body looks like now? You know what I mean? Like, you're just setting this poor woman up. You just keep your mouth shut, John Mayer. You know, if that was a celebrity, then you say the celebrity's name. They can take it. But you don't go drag and he says, my one and only girlfriend, where he can't even deny that it's her at that point.
It'll be easy to find out which high school he went to.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Talk to a couple of people that he may have been in class with.
Thank you.
In the same grade.
Yes. When it's a civilian like this all these years later, you
She's
don't.
probably living like a happy life right now.
Yes.
Married, kids.
And her husband maybe doesn't even know she was John
No,
Mayer's girlfriend.
not at all.
Right? Who wants that kind of pressure too, right?
Now that husband can never listen to that
No.
And secretly, if like John Mayer was the husband, like
Yes.
Favorite song.
Right.
Favorite artist.
Like, what if they were friends too and they didn't know? You know, all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and also
Oh,
I'm sure at some point, like, you know, John Mayer came to town or close to town and they were like, hey, isn't that the guy that went to high school with us? You want to go see that show? It might be kind of cool. The guy did real well for himself. And he did that move where he's standing behind her, swaying back and forth, that couples dance that they do at concerts when the slow song comes on, not even knowing. Rude. So rude.
Look at us turning this into a Netflix movie.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.